the dreidel of love. Rock the dreidel of love. Yes, the dreidel of love. I rocked my yarmulke too. Well now, candles burned, menorahs on fire. A kosher pickle's what this nussy desired to please, yeah. On her knees, yeah. We danced and partied for 8 straight days. She taught me all about her Jewish ways. She learned it all at shul. Come on, whip it out. But she had one rule: to rock her dreidel of love. Rock the dreidel of love. Yes, the dreidel of love. It's not an easy thing to do. She only put out for Jewish guys. So I grew sideburns like curly fries. And then I went to shul. Come on, listen up. I now speak Hebrew. L'chaim and Mazel Tov. Yeah, spreading Hanukah love. That's right. Sent from Yahweh above. Yeah, spreading Hanukah love. That's right. All night. That's what's up.
What's that under the menorah? A number.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy holidays.
Tell Santa what you really want.
Covino and Rich.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Oh, put that cookie down now. Oh, my God.
I'm looking for miracle trees. Miracle trees.
Merry Christmas, little Timmy. Merry Christmas, little Timmy. Merry Christmas.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Everybody. Feliz Navidad, everybody.
Covino and Rich.
Holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
Yeah, let's go. Christmas week, Hanukkah week. Let's have at it.
Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends.
Yeah.
Rock the dreidel of love. What's
Spin
that under
those
the menorah?
dreidels.
Yeah, spin them, spin them. They spin it, son, they spin it. They spin it, son, they spin it. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Hope you had a nice weekend. Covino and Rich, happy holidays. Steve Covino, Rich Davis, Spotty's here. You guys are here. Thank you. Hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you rocked that ugly Christmas sweater.
6 days until
Hope
Christmas.
you enjoyed that eggnog. Hope you enjoyed that. What's that shitty cake everybody likes? Not the panettone, the fruit cake.
Oh, I got a panettone.
Oh, I like it a panettone. Hey, I also like it a gabagool. Hey, all right. Hey, let's be rocking out. Let's go. Oh, ho. Got a fruit cake right here.
My friend Zach and his girlfriend Jen brought a panettone. I'm guessing she's an East Coast New York girl, so maybe she thought it was funny or like, yo, the panettone.
Wait, did she bring like the fancy panettone?
Want me to go get it? It's on the counter, so people see.
It looked like it was like wrapped in.
It's wrapped. Yeah, it's a very nice wrapped, like probably from like a bakery.
Yeah, it looks like a legit panettone.
Hey,
which is fruitcake, right?
Hey, the
No.
panettone is like an amaretto or something.
Yeah, it's like a cake. It's not fruitcake. Fruitcake is very dense. Has a lot of like candied
It's
fruit in it.
Italian, like.
Do you guys want to bust into the panettone tomorrow? Maybe.
Panettone is
Think about.
it's a cake, and it can have like dried fruit in it, but it's not as rich or dense as a fruit cake.
Well,
I got panettone.
speaking of Richard Dents, there he is.
There he
Richard
is.
Dents. Richard Dents.
I got a bunch of pastries from our pal Monsi brought all these pastries from Porto's, and everyone seems to love this place. And I don't know much about it, but when she brought it, everyone's like, Porto's.
How do you not know that?
I don't know the
LB
legacy.
brought Porto's stuff from the past few years.
Yeah, but every time someone brings
Last
it,
year you brought
Tata's-
cheesecake. Yo, remember I brought the cheesecake?
that was the hit.
Tata's remember Tata's mom came and brought us Portos.
No, we've had it a bunch of times.
Yeah,
I've had
but
it a ton of times, Richard.
I didn't say I didn't have it. I'm saying when people bring it, it's a West Coast like people. Oh, someone brought Portos, and you get that vibe. Like Monsi showed up and she's like, "I brought the Portos," and like multiple people like, "Oh, Portos."
Well,
What would you call it? What type of bakery?
Nice time.
A Cuban bakery, right? Okay.
It's Cuban
Rich's Christmas party.
sweet and savory treats. And the thing about Portos is it doesn't matter when you go. Usually people go on the weekends. There is a line around the block at every Portos bakery.
I thought it was
There's a
Puerto
few
Rican. It's not? It's
No.
Cuban?
There's a few locations, but every location has a line. So the fact that people bring it is like they brave the line to bring you something.
It's a
Because no
nice
one wants
thing.
to wait in line.
It's a nice thing. The one I was eating has like a guava berry in it.
Guava
Like,
and cheese.
guava and cheese. I was like, Ooh, tasty.
Yummy. So had a nice time at Rich's Christmas party. We'll tell you about that. Hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you enjoyed the World Cup. I hope you had a messy Argentina sort of weekend.
Kirk Cousins type of weekend?
Kirk Cousins, what? Biggest comeback ever in the NFL sort of weekend.
I had a messy weekend.
Yeah, I don't even want to know about it.
Clean that bed.
In fact, if you want to hear more about it, let me say this. Let me make it very clear. We weren't live last Thursdays because Rich had a family thing to do, but we were live on Friday.
Yeah, we switched it up.
Yeah, so a lot of people weren't aware. We did a Friday live show, and you may have missed a lot, including the announcement of Phase 3 in Spotty's life, speaking of messy weekends. But hope you enjoyed the World Cup. We're going to get to that. It was amazing and amazing. What a game.
What's
I don't think I need to watch soccer ever again.
Yeah,
after that.
I'll be honest. What's interesting is, as my daughter says, that's Emmy's cute catchphrase. That's interesting. That's interesting. You know what's interesting? When you don't really care much about a sport, but you get pulled in because it's so good. That's how I felt. I turned it on. I'm like, yo, I am pulled in because I guess a few of the games I had watched this year, I had watched France play and I had watched Messi play. So I'm like, oh, I sort of know some of the players.
You don't know
and I'm like,
shit.
Plus,
I know the
Messi and Mbappe.
Yeah,
so.
I know Mbappe. I know the rules more now. I still don't totally understand offsides. I was talking to our buddy Dax about that. I'm like, yeah, I still don't get all the rules of offsides.
It's like icing. It's like hockey.
Yeah. But
and basketball a little bit.
It was definitely an entertaining World Cup.
So good. We'll talk about that. I hope you enjoyed it. Your football and your football, your Saturday and Sunday football. And here we are to get into the holiday week.
Yeah.
Thanks for being part of our Patreon, the December for Your Member. Let's go. So
Spot took out literally a December for Your Member.
Yeah.
You don't have to do something every day.
Based on the live Friday show you missed.
It's not like an advent calendar, Spot. You don't have to open up a new hole every day.
Yeah, it's wild.
No, I really did.
You do? You don't. Yeah, you don't have to.
He's so brazen too. He's talking about it. Your holiday party.
That's the word you're using.
Brazen.
The word
because he's like got such a poise and confidence.
Our buddy Mike.
He basically walks around like he's
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, swing my arms and my dick.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here. Our buddy Mike kept using that word. That was the whole joke on Saturday.
I used it once.
Yeah,
he loves it. Yeah.
We make eye contact and he'll cross the room and he's like, brazen.
It's just because
the only way he can describe it is like, so she was in the car. Brazen.
So then I was with this chick and
it's been an interesting weekend.
Brazen.
Oh boy, I don't even know if we're gonna get an update or not.
Okay.
Hey,
Or
brazen.
maybe you
I
get the
feel like
deets behind the velvet
I
rope.
feel like people are like, it's like I barely talk about it, but people are over it.
I think it's a mixed spot. You should see our feedback. Half our feedback is, yo, this is radio gold. And half our feedback is, Spot's new lifestyle has me not connecting with you guys anymore. I think I'm going to leave. And I have to be like, no, don't leave. Spot's just telling life stories. That's what we do. Like, it's wild, the split on your life stories. It really is.
I don't get people.
Speaking
I don't
of wild
understand people. What do
splits.
they want?
I'm not
They
sure
want
if I
that.
want to hear about it.
You don't want to hear about his wild splits?
What do they want to hear about?
So, can I, before we get to the gingerbread party and our weekend of fun, can I tell you about my night last night real quick while it's fresh in my mind?
Yeah, sure.
I went
What's fresher, your Portos guava pastry or?
Take when you got any.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I would say this. You do a party. I love hosting. And we'll get to the whole gingerbread thing. But the benefit are the treats people leave behind. But you also did, like, that party probably cost me like $1,000 every year we do it. Because it's just, you're stocking up on alcohol. You're buying food and appetizers. And every year it's like, we need 2 new folding chairs. Like, it just always ends up being a good expense because you enjoy doing it. But for the next week or so, you just have too many treats laying around because everyone's kind and brings something. So last night I'm like, where did all this wine come from? And cakes. And I have a nothing bunt cake, but huge one. I'm like, who's going to fucking eat this? I had a monstrous apple pie, Porto's pastries. Like, so yeah, people are very kind and bring things. So if people don't bring things home with them, you just have a house that's like a fucking bakery for a week.
You know what it is? There a lot of holiday parties happen at the same time. So you need to hope that you get invited to another holiday party. You can just offload some shit.
It's funny you should say that. I want to know if you think this is a fucking terrible move or not. Because I don't think either one of you brought this for me, so I don't feel bad saying
Is it the big apple pie?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? So I had a yoga party on Saturday.
Okay.
And that was given to me.
You didn't. Oh, so you gave it to me?
And I was like, oh, I'll just bring it to the other party. They said, take this to your next party. So I brought it for you. And the fact that you brought it to another party is fantastic.
Okay,
This
so you don't
pie's gonna
care.
Get passed around.
Okay, all right, cool.
He doesn't care. No, I don't give a shit.
Spot brought, and there was a price tag on it
Yeah,
that I
don't give a
took
shit.
off. It was $14.99. It was a fucking
It
monstrous
was a monstrous apple pie.
apple pie from
I think it was from like Ralph's.
like Ralph's or
It wasn't
Gelson's or what.
fancy, yeah.
But it was a beautiful, huge
Whole
apple
Foods,
pie.
maybe.
It was a Whole Foods monstrous apple pie that was like
Maybe it was
$15. And last night I went to my first ever, you might say first ever? Yeah, first ever Hanukah dinner. I went to our buddy Ross's house. He invited me to have dinner with his family and some friends. And as I'm leaving, I'm like, Sarah,
I was invited too. I just couldn't make it.
I grabbed a bottle of red wine out of the where we keep our wine and stuff. And I said, all right, wine. And I think I'm going to bring that big ass apple pie. And I carefully tore off the price tag. So I show up, Spot, with an apple pie that you brought here that someone else gave you.
Good for you.
So, hey, that apple pie, after 3 transfers, finally got eaten last night.
I respect that.
So
They actually opened it?
they opened the pie, and I saw half of it was gone by the time I left. And I was like, oh, wow, the pie got used.
Regifted 3 times.
A 3-time
I know.
regifted pie.
A double regift.
Yeah, it was never touched.
Well, we don't know what happened before. Like, you don't know if...
Oh, it could have been gifted to, yeah.
Wow. Amazing. So,
Yeah,
Hanukkah
we had like a
miracle.
little potluck on Saturday. So it was like, yeah, they just gave it to me.
So what happened last night that was so fresh in your mind?
Oh, and by the way, Spot, is the feed working? Because the feedback is saying we're like, I do see people saying like, I can't hear it or I can't see it. Is everything according to plan?
Talk. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me double check.
like Kimmy saying, hey, Spot, we need video. Bobby saying, okay, no show today, I guess. I guess I'll pack it up.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's so weird.
What happened?
It was like cycling to go live, and it said it was live. It should be fine now.
Are we good?
Yeah.
The video is not working.
Oh, that's a pain in the butt.
Well,
So
Should be
is it
fine
working now?
It's working.
you
fine
didn't miss
now.
anything really, other than if you missed Friday's live show, we were live this past Friday. So check that out
You
later.
didn't see anything.
Yeah.
No. All right. So we're back in action.
Yeah, we're back in action.
We're back in action. Hi, everybody.
I apologize. Not sure what happened
Hey, I
there.
think they were able to hear though. So
Won't happen again.
All right. If everyone was able to hear, that's all that matters.
Fuck. Sorry, I was too busy like looking for a menorah.
Is that what he called it? All right. On now. Perfect. All right. Good. Everyone, thumbs up. High fives. Yo. Nice.
man, horror.
I have to
So-
post the video later.
So last night I was invited to my first Hanukkah dinner. And of course I call Nicole because I was like, you're my best Jewish pal. Do I need to know anything or bring anything particular? Is that like a no-no? Like don't bring such and such? I mean, I know it's simple, but do you do those things just to make sure like, all right, I don't want to offend anyone? What if I brought something like, well, that's not a good idea to bring that to a Hanukkah party?
I'm sure. If it crossed my mind.
The gefilte fish?
I was like, what do I bring
Did you bring the kugel?
to a Hanukkah dinner? So I show up and
Macaroons.
I imagine whatever you bring has to be kosher, right? No, maybe
see,
not.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
That's
I mean,
hard.
even for a Hanukkah dinner.
No, but see, exactly. That's my.
But you
that was-
might think at a Hanukkah dinner, you might be pulling out your Jewish stock.
Most
everything was kosher except that fucking apple pie.
Jewish, it depends. It's just a special level of Jewish people. Either at times of year they'll eat kosher, or they'll eat kosher all year round. But there's most Jewish people that are just like casually practicing or not practicing kosher.
I just want to make sure I didn't bring something like pork or Kanye West or. Thank you, Mark. I don't know. So I called Nicole and she's like, no, just have fun. She goes, you're overthinking it, which is adorable, but just fucking go and have fun. So bring my wine, bring my apple pie. I open the door and I see our buddy Ross and Spot. Show her the picture of the guy we deal with, who's our pal for the last 7 years.
What is he?
He's wearing like a dreidel sweater vest. And I'm like, all right, this is a fun party.
It's like Ferris Bueller's vest, though.
But
It's like
like
a Ferris dreidel
Bueller,
vest.
but like dreidel vest.
There he is, our buddy Ross the boss.
It's fantastic.
Who I love. We have become real good friends over the years.
We worked with him at Sirius XM.
And
We shared an office to put reference to it.
We shared an office with Ross the boss for years, and then when he left Sirius XM, him and I remained friends because we play softball together. Like he's him and his brother Dax I've known for years now, and it was cool to go over to a holiday family dinner, and you realize like, oh wow, they look at me as a close friend because it wasn't like a big fucking party with 50 to 100 people. It was like maybe 25 people having dinner and playing games and having fun. I'm like, yeah, man, Ross really likes me. I like him too, so that's a nice thing. And I had for the first time. Well, they had brisket, which was fantastic. But I had never had kugel or kugel?
Kugel.
Kugel. I had never had kugel before. And they had two types of kugel. One like appley, one like looked, it almost looked like hash browns, but it was appley. And then there was one where it was like pasta. You can make kugel with pasta.
Kugel.
And it was like breaded. I had one that was like breaded with noodles.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. It was good. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite.
Sebastian said in one of his better comedy specials, but the Jews are not known for their cuisine.
They are not. Though I did like the latkes, the potato pancakes. I mean,
Latkes.
that's the latkes. That's a no fail, right? I mean, just a potato pancake. Throw a little sauce on or something.
Sour cream.
A little sour cream or a little sauce or something, right? So brisket, kugel, some latkes, and apparently the tradition is like Jewish bakery pastries, like jelly donuts and black and white cookies. That whole little spread of all like from Bee's Bakery, which is a great bakery.
Bee's Bakery.
So
next to Mort's Deli.
Yeah, just a good time. And no one was, Ross did the prayer, and it is always funny when your friend who is only a clown all the time actually gets serious for a minute.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Yeah, Baruch atah Adonai, Elo, whatever. It's like bless you and your family. And then he's like, for the few goys that are here, Rich Davis, they welcome, and a couple other pals, you guys know the story of Hanukah. And he sort of just, in 20 seconds, told the story of Hanukah. The analogy I've seen for the younger generation on social media, have you seen? All right, so like the candles burning, it's like picture having a cell phone that has 10% battery and it lasts you a week. Yeah, that's the analogy and story of Hanukkah. And I was like, all right, cool, man.
I feel like we all learned that story, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody though, because
8 crazy nights.
When you talk to the rest of the country, you realize not everyone grew up with as many Jewish kids as we did. Some people never met a Jewish person.
See, like Daniel's confused. He's like, do Jewish people use Google to search the internet? No, they still use Google. Google's the food. Yeah, so just if there's any confusion. But it was a good time, man.
That was funny.
Some noodles and Google, and I don't know. It is interesting when you see your buddy. And my mom reminded me on the way home. She happened to call me last night. She's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm coming home from my buddy's Hanukkah party." And my mom's like, "Don't you remember you went to Jonathan's bat mitzvah when you were a kid, bar mitzvah, and you got kicked out?" I was like, "Why is that again?" She goes, "Because you and your buddies were laughing when your friend put a yarmulke on." I was like, "That is right." But I was 12.
Kicked out of someone's.
I was 12. They're like, "Can you guys step out to the back?" Because listen, me and my high school buddies were invited to a bar mitzvah for the first time.
Shame on
I remember
you.
giggling like a schoolboy too.
I giggle like a schoolboy because your buddy, who you pal around with and play tackle football with and
started
football,
doing his prayer
all of a sudden he gets up there.
On the two of you.
The books were all backwards.
Bro,
What is going on? He's got a funny hat on. This is crazy.
When you see your buddy for the first time put on a yarmulke and start speaking in Hebrew, and you're 12,
Yeah,
you don't
it's
think
just-
you're giggling with your
look
buddies?
around- you look at your other friends. You're like,
"Oh, what is he doing?"
I'm with Rich, but I mean, I didn't get kicked out.
They told me.
I remember that.
I remember them saying like, "If you guys can't settle down, you're gonna have to leave." And we're like, "Oh, well, we'll be good." And we're laughing because we're immature 12-year-olds who are buddy. Think about it. You're 12. You're Melody's age, younger than Melody, and out of nowhere, for the first time ever, you see your Jewish friend put on a yarmulke and start singing in Hebrew. Come on, that's designed for laughter for a 12-year-old.
On the two of you.
Please, most people, you know what? I
Well,
find
they also make
interesting?
you wear a yarmulke too.
Oh, you like our menorah?
Yeah,
I do like them.
Set it up. I put little candles in it. It's first night, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You know, a menorah and a Christmas tree are not supposed to be on the same table. I only know that because
Nicole told them.
No, because Lisa Loeb is Jewish, and when I hosted that Backstreet Boys thing, I don't want you to think I don't want you to think that I'm saying she's a pain in the butt.
She's a pain in the
But there
butt.
was a few times where I'm like, goodness gracious, I'm an easy guy to work with. Like, she'd be like, could someone print out a picture of the Backstreet Boys with all their names onto them?
Shut up.
I'm like, you could do that. I'm not doing. You know, I mean, like just little things. Like,
not to mention, if you don't know their names by now,
no, I'm just saying, like,
they've been pretty popular for like the last 20
and
years.
I remember her being like, well, for continuity,
There's a guy that
like
looks
a
like a pit
menorah. She didn't want the menorah on the same table as the. They had one of those two spots, like the
not like-
ceramic Christmas trees.
This is
And
the
she's
guy
like,
that looks like a dog.
It's not like he has to have a picture of like 9 stories printed out.
I know.
And like, who's the band? It's like, it's the Backstreet Boys.
Come on.
Everyone fucking knows who the Backstreet Boys are.
I don't know them all by name.
Come on.
I know some of them.
You got Brian.
Brian is the
Brian.
pitbull looking
You got
guy.
Nick.
I mean, the actual dog, the pitbull, not the rapper.
You got AJ. AJ's the pitbull.
Oh, AJ's.
You got Howie, who like no one really cares about, and Kevin, who's like cool, but like Also, no one really cares about.
Cool. He's cool. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Nothing much to it,
And
other
then you
than it
shit
was
your
just a real.
pants
And then I shit my pants, but it was nice, man. You know what? You realize it was. It's nice to. It's not culture. I guess it is, right? Religion, culture. It's nice to see other people's traditions because you're like, yeah, I know everything about Christmas, and you would think, growing up on Long Island and Jersey, like you never
know
seriously
everything about Christmas. You don't know jack shit about Christmas. You know about maybe traditions, but you ask us questions about Jesus all the time.
Well, I know the story of Christmas. I don't know Bible readings like you guys do. I didn't pay attention in
Not
CCD.
Bible readings, the basics is why you're really celebrating.
But it is nice to see someone else do something like, oh, this is what you do. All right. So, like, every year when I'm decorating Christmas lights, you guys are lighting menorahs and playing little dreidel games. That's fun.
Did they really play dreidel games?
There was a couple older people spinning a dreidel
Really?
on a table with little balls or something.
Did you win any gelt? I love gelt.
That's the chocolate coins?
Yeah.
I did not, but it was there. They had that. They had little
I always appreciated when my Jewish friends came back with gelt.
those chocolate
Yeah.
coins.
I don't know.
I always got a few of those.
They're annoying to unwrap. I don't know how to play the dreidel. I know it's Nen Gimel Hey Shen,
So you know way more than me.
but I don't know what the sides mean. It's like gambling. You should love it. It's like a little game. You spin it, and like you win or you lose. I forget what it means.
I know everything about Christmas. I did go full Trump on you guys.
did. That
I know
stood
everything
out.
you need to know about Christmas. Trust me, I know.
I thought about that for
I
a
know.
second. I'm like,
Christmas
okay.
all the time.
The wise men
Everything
did. Well, the
there
wise men didn't have
is to
Waze or
know.
Google Maps, so they followed the sun. Correct?
Jesus,
the star.
the
They
star.
followed the star.
The sun?
The star.
The
They followed
sun?
They followed the
Come
star.
on.
They followed the star, and they
Over
were like,
there, yonder star.
and they're like, "Fuck, we didn't bring any snacks for the."
they've
They,
actually-
they were mad. Didn't they get mad because they didn't bring many snacks for the trip? They didn't have like.
They brought
goldfish, and they brought
did they bring?
protein bars.
They brought Twinkies.
They brought myrrh from
'Cause they don't
Impractical
get bad.
Jokers. They brought myrrh from Impractical Jokers. They brought
and their buddy Frank incense.
they brought incense and myrrh. Yeah,
No, they bought Frank incense.
they brought Frank incense. They're Italian friend. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Frank incense.
Hey, I'm Frankie incense. Frankie incense.
See, I know everything. I know everything about. I know everything about the Catholic Church. So hey, happy Hanukkah.
There was
and then
no
I shit
room
my
at the
pants.
inn. You know why there was no room at the inn?
There was they had small rooms, right?
No, it was the week of Christmas, so they were booked up.
Booked up. They were in a manger.
What'd you learn from it, Rich? That Ross has a funny sweater?
Yeah, that's what I learned. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I learned. Yeah.
I feel like, that joke went over your head.
Happy to share that with you
Yeah.
guys.
Hey, great story, guys. Fuck you, all of you.
No, I mean, usually you come back with like, and you know what I realized?
I realized that
even though we're so very different, we're really
we're all
not
very
at all.
no, but I think I realized. You know what my big takeaway was that he considers me a close friend, and that was a nice feeling because I thought when he invited me, I thought no joke, I thought I was going to see like a bunch of random softball buddies and people we worked with, or I don't know, a bunch of his little because Ross is one of those guys that wheels and deals a lot, so I thought I was going to see like some of his rando, like hey, I'm doing a project with this guy or this guy, and I'm like, oh no, it was like his family. I met his kids who were in their 20s. That was a takeaway. Talking to his kids that are in their 20s about like, do you realize your dad's fucking the funniest clown I know? And they're like, oh my God, everyone says our dad's funny. We don't see it. I'm like, you don't get it. Look at your dad. He's just a fucking hilarious guy. No, like, I guess I could see it. I was talking to his daughter who goes to University of Ohio, Miami. Was it Miami, Ohio? It's Miami, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, my dad came to visit me at campus and he went to like a frat party without me. And everyone's like, who's that guy? I'm like, that's my dad. I'm like, because your dad's fucking hilarious.
Ross the Boss is a strange fella, but a really nice guy. Really nice guy.
So,
But it takes you a while to get to know the guy.
oh yeah, because some people are like, who the fuck is this doofus? And I'm like, no, you're going to love this doofus.
Yeah, he's a really funny guy.
He's a
though.
good dude.
He is a funny
So
guy.
hey, happy Hanukkah. And then I shit my pants from too much kugel. The end.
Did you bring up any Adam Sandler references? Mauser wants to know. Did you mumble the lyrics to the
I
Hanukkah
did
song?
not, but I was complimentary of the chef. I made sure to tell his wife everything was great. I made sure to, chat it up with all his rando friends. It was good. We had a good time.
I've had better kugel.
It's the best kugel I've ever had.
this
You
is
said you've
okay.
never had kugel. Exactly.
Exactly. I don't know.
But they were excited. You know what? It's interesting too. You know the way you want to play. You know how you want like someone to watch a movie or show that you're into, and you're like excited to watch them watch it. They were excited to watch me try the things I never tried.
These latkes
Like,
are top notch.
you got it. They are fantastic. So,
These hash browns are so good.
did you guys know Rod Carew is Jewish? I just started naming all the people in Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song in small talk.
Put on your yarmulke.
Man, David Lee Roth, am I right? Rock star.
It's time for Hanukkah.
David Lee Roth, that guy knows how to light a menorah. Am I right?
Anyone get a harmonica? for the happy Hanukkah? Anyone?
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you take over like the party annoyingly or no?
No, I mean, I was chatting up with people, but there's
That's-
some,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
there's
just
some
good
yappy
behavior.
people there. Yeah, we had a good time.
That's nice. So they FaceTimed me from the party too. That was nice. I was
Say,
in the
how
middle
many
of the
times
White
did you
Lotus.
say "Oi Gewalt"?
Oi, Gewalt. So, hey, happy Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
M Spot, I sent you a picture of Lisa Loeb so people could see what she looks like 25 years later, 30 years later when I hosted that event with her, which I think is going to air. I think the Backstreet Boys special, I think SiriusXM is going to air it.
How lovely.
There's Lisa Loeb.
You look very nice. You look like a cute couple. Show a little Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I
looks
think
good.
is she's annoying now, based on everything you told me.
There's the table with the tree and the menorah.
Yeah, that was what upset her.
Scandalous.
She's like, yeah, we can't be having that tree on that table too. I was like, all right, we'll do it. We'll get
why?
rid of it.
Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah, but she's like, it should be the menorah table. It shouldn't be have a little Christmas. We have a big Christmas tree in the studio. I was like, yeah, that's a good point.
It's a cute little tree, though.
So I kept bringing up all my favorite Jewish people last night. I was like, yeah, man,
So
Henry
have I.
Winkler, hell of a guy, right?
Did you bring up Bowser from Shanana
Yeah. I was like, oh man. Woo.
and Arthur Fonzarelli?
Yeah, I brought them all up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, anytime there was a lull in the conversation, I'm like, David Lee Roth, that's a menorah. I was like, OJ Simpson, not a Jew. Am I right?
Sure, like Kanye West. Not a Jew, am I right?
Woo.
Well,
All right, there you go.
speaking of parties, I do want to thank Rich and Sarah for hosting another
was fun.
Christmas
really fun.
celebration, gingerbread making competition.
I'd like
for
to
the
formally
ages.
apologize.
And
Why?
we had a nice time on Saturday. I'll apologize too because I showed up late because there was a five different accidents.
I
on
know.
101.
It was. I mean, it's clearly not my fault, but I felt bad that
ridiculous.
everyone comes from the same sort of area.
Dude, honestly, I don't know what happened. What was it? Maybe like boozing on the eggnog. Who knows? 5, not just like a 5-car pileup. 5 different accidents.
Someone drove-
that closed off the 101. Closed it off eventually.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh shit, I don't know what to do.
Someone definitely died because the
Yeah.
level of accident. Oh, and when I was driving home, they shut down the 101 to clean it.
It was shut down. It was closed off.
There was a car. You know those like yellow. You always see it in like movies or on highways. Those big yellow. I guess they're bumpers, but they're like filled with water or sand or whatever's in them.
Yeah.
Those buckets that
Oh,
have the
yeah,
black tops that are all. There, a car drove into a series of those on the side of the road. It's like that scene in Speed.
So of course, like Jordan was running late anyway, but not like late. So I'm waiting on her. But then I'm looking at the GPS just to see what time we're going to show up, and it's over like an hour.
Is that
Now,
over an
Rich
hour?
Like
lives
an hour. I live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I leave just to get
like
perspective.
20 something minutes away with no
maybe
traffic.
20 minutes with no
Right.
traffic. 16 minutes because I leave for Fox at like 1:10 and I get there by, or before
And eventually
1:30,
we have
so.
to leave, and it's like an hour. Like fuck, what the hell? So found a detour here, got here in reasonable time. Wasn't an hour, but it did mess things up a lot. And luckily, it seemed like everyone else had to deal with the same thing getting here, so I didn't feel that bad.
No, it was fine. It was
But
fine.
had a really nice time.
I had put down 6:00 on the little little invitation, knowing that no one would really come at 6. And my only fear was who will come first is a big thing because you don't want our buddy Dax and his wife Beth.
Sometimes
They came at like 6:40 and they were the first people here because everyone was backed up. There was traffic and no one wants to be the person that shows up first. And they were like 6:40. We gave it a padding and we're the first ones here. I'm like, and then as soon as they came, everyone started to
it's
roll
because
in,
of
but-
the accidents,
Yeah.
man. So drive safe. The reminder here: drive safe this holiday season. People
be boozing.
what's
People
funny?
be
People
boozing.
be
They reckless.
son. They reckless.
Last year there was traffic, not as bad though, but last year there was traffic because there was a Christmas tree in the center of the 101. It must have rolled off someone's roof.
Really?
Yeah. So that blocked traffic for a little bit. But
Everything-
like this was intense. This, I've never seen that much traffic on the
So-
101.
It's
so
that
Spot-
time of the year when everything's delayed, everything's backed up.
Yeah.
And
By the
my
way-
dad hit me up. All the news broadcasts are talking about how all your holiday flights are going to be delayed, and like,
That's why I refuse to travel at the holidays
Yeah.
anymore. When's Black Ice coming in from the guest room? Is he
Can
still
I?
here?
All right. So I have something.
Is he still here?
I have something to tell you. I have you said you wanted to apologize for what, and
Oh,
then I have an apology for you.
I wanted to apologize for, just stirring up shit about the gingerbread party and the big party and all that stuff. It turned out to be a very nice event.
Turned out to be, I feel like a really
it was
great
good-
amount of people too.
It was a good combination of both. It was a good amount of people. It worked out. Sarah busted her ass.
Look great, right?
It looked incredible. She always does such an incredible job. I appreciate that she even went a little bit, thought a step further. She got bags to wrap up everyone's.
I thought that was a great touch.
That was a great little touch.
Oh, big plastic bags with little ribbons on the top so people could bring home their gingerbread houses.
She is just a rock star and did an incredible job.
But I thought it was I thought it was a good mix of like some of my random buddies with you guys and some of Emmy's school pals. There was a guy that I could tell was thinking Covino was the coolest guy. One of Emmy's friends' dads. The dude Mark.
Oh, he was. Oh,
I think
there's another brown. He was a brown guy. Oh, there's another brown guy here.
Yeah, he was a nice dude.
He was a very nice dude.
He won the competition.
Yeah.
I feel like Jordan got hosed, to be honest, but
I feel like there were 3 good houses.
Yeah.
Jordan, our buddy Zach's girlfriend, and
hers wasn't as good this year.
Hers wasn't as
and
sorry.
Our buddy Jason Stewart's wifey.
Oh yeah,
his girlfriend. Yeah, but there was great houses. But
I wish our buddy Mike had started earlier. He made the McAllister house.
Yes.
I'm going to pull up the picture.
Yeah.
He made the McAllister house from Home Alone.
But he waited until everyone was done. He waited too late.
Yeah.
So Emmy picked the winner. And I could see why she picked the one she picked because it spoke to little kids.
Yeah.
His heart's all over it and everything. So I could see why she picked it. She did a great job.
That was a nice touch this week.
And Emmy presented the winner, who was Mark, who won double because he won the trophy and he got to hang out with me all night.
Yeah, he loved you.
Yeah.
He loved you.
I mean,
yeah. No, it was a nice guy.
But yeah, no, it was here the funniest thing, this guy's wife had to leave early because in the beginning,
here's Mike's.
Yeah, here's Mike's. I thought that was
gingerbread
he
house.
did the McAllister house, which I thought was great.
It's really great.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know that's what it was, but that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, now that you say it, I see it.
Right?
But I
Because
just thought he went next level.
didn't use the conventional pieces from a house. He combined multiple pieces and made his own mansion.
I was pretty impressed.
A gingerbread mansion.
No, that was really good.
Oh, but the guy who came here that Covino was yapping it up with came here with his wife and his daughter, who, by the way, his daughter, when I first met them, I didn't know if that was his wife or girlfriend, and it's his daughter. I guess he had a kid young.
When I got here, his wife wasn't even here.
I thought that was somebody else's wife.
I thought that was his girlfriend. It was his daughter. So think about it. It's a guy, he was 42, he said, right? Looked relatively young. Had a hat on and everything. So a guy around our age with a 19-year-old looking young woman. And it's Los Angeles. I'm like, oh, I guess that's this guy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's like, that's my daughter. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I thought that was your girlfriend.
And then I'm like, oh man, we're all gonna have daughters that are cute.
Yeah.
Probably the same age difference between you and Jordan.
Crazy. No.
Not far. Well,
I'm kidding.
So his so his wifey was here in the beginning, and someone had bought. Have you guys seen the Pabst Blue Ribbons that instead of alcohol they have 10 milligrams of THC?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
They taste exactly like a seltzer, like any other seltzer. White Claw, but instead of alcohol, it's a weed infused seltzer. And she was like, "Oh, I'll have one." And I was like, "Oh, sure, here, take one." And it knocked her out. She was all tired and everything. It knocked her out. And her daughter was like, "Yeah, my mom never does edibles, smokes weed, or anything." So I was like, "Mom, why are you doing this?" She's like, "I wanted to try it." She wanted to try it, and it just.
Oh, is that why she was like this on the
first timer? She was like, "Yeah,
counter?
Dude, first timer." So I was like, "Oh, Jesus!"
She's like bracing herself against.
I know.
Against the.
She had to leave.
Well, yeah, she called back later and she's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry that you had that." But yeah, she dipped. She was the only person that dipped out early, and I felt terrible, but it was pretty funny. We had a lot of good snacks. Spotty cooked some.
I'm so sorry. It would have been ready sooner, but I was late.
Some strombolis. We had a bunch of dippins, and it was a good time. I
ate so much, and I felt so gross. I had a food hangover on Sunday.
Yeah, same.
I had a legit food hangover.
The next day I was so out of it, bro. I'm
so
still
out of
feeling
it. I feel gross.
We really did have a lot. There was a lot of mixing in. It was because there was empanadas, but then there was buffalo chicken dip. Yet then there was stromboli. Then there was all types of.
And I was at a party beforehand where it was the same exact mixture of just like a bunch of shit.
Plus the booze was flowing,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was tough the next day for sure.
I realized
yesterday I just lounged. Had all these plans of doing all these things yesterday. I couldn't get up. I was just watching football.
You know when you do your post
I'm surprised I woke up early enough to watch World Cup after that.
the post party assessment. Like I spent the whole day cleaning the next day. It was a fucking
post-party depression.
It was it was like a fucking hilarious, messy disaster. I spent the whole afternoon cleaning while I was watching football, and I did the assessment, and I realized that
That's what France is saying. Whole messy disaster.
so
France and Rich.
a messy disaster.
There it is.
I realized that a lot of people were drinking whiskey. Like you start assessing like what's gone and what's still here, and I had 2 bottles of whiskey and they were gone, and I had a handle of vodka, and I feel like there was not much taken out of it. So I was like, man, all right, I gotta moving forward be like, oh, maybe we're dealing with more whiskey drinkers than I thought.
Might I make a suggestion for next year's party?
Yeah.
I think you should buy one of those like drink dispensers and create your own like little festive holiday
I
cocktail.
thought about that, like making like when people go to events, like it'll be like the cocktail of the night,
like like walking in a winter wonderland, or like cranberry,
like some type of punch or something, and make a funny name for it or something.
yeah, something fun. That's my suggestion, because I think I love a signature cocktail, even if it's not in my alcohol base.
It's nice.
I
yeah.
still love a signature cocktail.
Our buddy Mike came up with a good idea, Covino. Mike, who runs Fox Sports, the guy that runs the place.
We drank out of his flask. That was weird.
Yeah,
awesome.
Our buddy,
He brought a flask of his own bourbon.
our buddy Dax yesterday said, "You
kinda
got to
awesome.
always question a guy." He was like, "The guy that met at your party, nice guy, but you always got to question a guy that has a flask on him."
I've had flasks.
And I was like, I sort of agree with you. He goes, any guy that's like, "Yeah, I got the good stuff," and he pulls out a flask, I don't know if I trust that.
And it was a Carolina Panthers flask.
So, I did assess there were a lot of whiskey drinkers, but I lost my train of thought. What the hell was it? But hey, I feel like everyone was having a good time drinking
You
and
had a
having
good
fun.
bottle too. It was 4 Roses. That was nice.
That 4 Roses.
That was from Al B.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was
bottle.
for our, what was that for?
when he congratulates, I believe, on Fox.
For our Fox Sports announcement.
By the way, not to because they hook us up a lot. That Be Friendly, those mixers,
Yeah,
great to put out at a party.
That was
Everyone
fantastic.
you take one little bottle, boop, make your own drink.
Be friendly, pre-made,
Yeah,
old-fashioned mixers. Our buddy Aaron hooks it up.
yeah.
That shit is great. Look it up.
maybe some type of like Grinch punch, like a green
Yeah.
liqueur. So yeah, something to make it.
Something festive. That's
Something
what
to make it
you buy one of those like lemonade dispensers.
Oh, what I was gonna say to wrap it up, Mike said next year Sarah should add some type of chopped element to her gingerbread house, like everyone must use like
Oh no, they
celery.
Do that. No, they do that during. So in the middle of the competition, they do this during the baking championships.
Yeah.
On Covino, because Jordan watches those all the time. They'll be like, "Hold on, everybody. All right, now you need to incorporate gumdrops. Figure out how you're going to do gumdrops." And then you hand out gumdrops, and then everyone has to figure out how to put them on their house, even though they're almost done.
Everyone must use.
Well, hope you enjoyed. I had a great time.
Shrimp.
Really nice. Shrimp, exactly. Spot, did you want to pull mine up? I was pretty proud of mine.
Secret ingredient.
I'm pretty,
Did you text it to me?
I keep mine clean. I keep
Secret
it
ingredient
nice.
is
Yeah.
sausage.
I participate. There's always like a few people that are like, did you participate? They think I'm too cool to make a gingerbread house. I was gonna do it with Jordan, but we made our own. Hers is on the left, mine is on the right.
Oh, you did pretty good.
Yeah, mine's on the right, so you
Really
can see a little
impressed.
tree on the side. But I made a little marshmallow cobblestone driveway there, and a little candy cane mailboxes. I don't know what that is, but yeah, Jordan's is on the left, mine's on the right.
What's on Jordan's like? What was that?
It's a heart
Oh, okay.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, she made a little heart.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so yeah, everyone did a really great job, and Sarah, like Spot said, went buck wild making all the parts and ingredients. So I had a good time
Can't get
with
over
that, and had some nice drinks. Passed out when I got home. Like I got home, I was like, I'm still awake. I'm gonna watch. I think I was gonna watch something. I was gonna watch some shit. I'm gonna watch Unsolved Mysteries, man. Yeah, Jordan, I'll see you later. I'm gonna finish this episode. I don't even remember what happened. Yeah, after that, I was like, fuck that. So, had a nice time. I knew I had some takeaways. I was going to tell you about it, but Rich covered most of it.
I just sent Spot some random photos of the party for tier 2 to get a look at
I sent it.
everyone in action.
Yeah, so it was nice to see everybody in
there's,
their holiday best.
There's Covino and his BFF.
Oh, yeah.
Look at Covino looking lovingly at him. Thought it would be the other way around.
I'm in my zone, dude.
Yeah, he's.
I'm probably asking him if he has an extra marshmallow I could borrow.
If you got a marshmallow over
Yo, I
there?
need to
Black
pick one. You got
Eyes.
to pick one?
Some of the Fox crew.
So that's sort of the scene there.
Yeah.
Black ice.
I sent another Covino
There's
action
a
shot.
torch with the big ass in the back.
Yeah, I sent
Just
you a bunch.
for the tier 2 viewers who were dying to see what Torch looks like.
Oh, there, there's Torch with the big
torch
ass.
with the big ass. Why don't you get a shot from behind?
Shot of his ass, I know.
Yeah, shot of his ass.
And those are Rich's softball buds.
Yeah.
Zach. Great picture of Zach, Rich.
Top of his baldo head.
balding head.
No,
And,
I mean, I can't get all great
Dax.
shots.
And there you
Here's
go.
the girls at work
Oh,
and Covino.
Shannon and Jordan
Nice.
Covino going,
here we
doing
go.
whatever.
having at it.
There we
Yeah.
go. Oh, yeah, I'm in the zone.
Sarah in the background with Emmy and Ben.
Yeah.
That's the scene. So
I sent you one
Oh.
of everybody.
Little little black ice. About to eat some frosting. Is he still here?
By the way,
still in the next room.
tasted fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's the
You
other
know,
thing. Yeah,
I love
That's what I hate. Oh look, Monse Bolaños. That's what I hate.
Monse Bolaños.
Monse Bolaños from our Fox show. That's what I hate about the only thing, because Sarah she actually makes really good gingerbread. It tastes so good.
You can eat your own house.
I want to. Yeah. It's like,
Well,
you're like manhandling it.
just a good time. Covino did send one picture of all the girls
Was that he?
to wrap it up and move on.
Well, yeah. I hope you enjoyed your
Oh,
holiday
got it.
parties, friends and family, Christmas music, Christmas lights, and your holiday hangovers.
The Goyles.
It was a nice time. So
Yeah.
there you have it. It's that
There's
time of
Sarah with
year.
her tinsel tit shirt on.
Tinsel tits.
Oh, tinsel tits.
tinsel tits.
Oh.
So there you go.
Hey.
Bonus footage for the tier plus
Pipe down.
holders. If you're just listening, upgrade. But
Yeah.
happy holidays to you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. It was
Listening,
a good
watching,
time.
doesn't matter. Thanks again to Sarah. She put a lot of work into that. And Rich probably had a lot of cleanup after that. And then he had to deal with Black Ice, who passed out on his couch before anyone even left.
He asked before the night. He goes, "Hey, could I stay in the guest bedroom?" And I was like, "Sarah, is anyone else crashing here?" She's like, "No." It's like, all right, well, I guess I can't say no then. I could say no, but why would I say no? He lives like an hour or so away. So I was like, yeah, sure. I did not, however, anticipate spending Sunday afternoon with Black Ice the whole day watching football. But
should have.
But you know what? I should have.
You should
But,
have.
Spot, I want to apologize to you. You were right. Black Ice does not leave in the morning.
He does not.
But you know what? It didn't bother me, to be
Sometimes-
honest. Like, honestly,
sometimes he doesn't leave at night.
while I was cleaning up, like he was helping me clean up a little bit. And honestly, he went to go get us Starbucks while we were watching football. So it was all good. But
Meaning-
yeah, he did not leave until like late afternoon.
Sometimes he doesn't leave until that night.
And that night. Oh, can I crash again, baby? No, but you know what? I tell you what,
He just magically falls asleep on your couch again.
from an outside perspective, I did have buddies be like, yo, your buddy Tom, he's a really funny guy, really nice guy. Black Ice.
I mean, he's great, but like,
He's a lot, but
his
he's great.
His social cues are a little bit off, but he's a great guy.
Were you there when we had to break out the scale? Because Black Ice is like, yeah, I'm like 330 pounds. And my buddy called him out. He's like, there's no way you're 330 pounds. Because would you have guessed Black Ice is 330 pounds?
You thought he'd be less?
I thought it'd be like 270, 280.
Fuck out of here. No way.
Oh, so you would have won.
Yeah.
He's
big.
tall
And he's wide as
and
fuck.
he's wide. And he's got a
Yeah.
nice belly. He's got a
But
solid
I
belly.
broke out the scale. He stepped on it. I'm like, God damn, 330 pounds. Like he's
Remember we
motherfucking
talked about
Kamala.
him and Zach? Remember I said your buddy Zach's eating 300 easy? He's got to be. So anyway, it was a good time. A lot of booze and a lot of eating. And going to do it all again probably this coming weekend with your family. So
All right, so
hope you had a nice weekend. Hope you
Sorry.
enjoyed all your soccer, all your football and all your panettone and everything else.
yeah, sorry if that wasn't the most exciting story. Unfortunately, no one actually shit their pants. However,
I mean, I felt like I was going to when I got home.
you guys love stories where I look stupid or something dumb happens to me.
Uh-oh.
So Mike and Shannon have 2 dogs that they bring with them here.
Right.
And the little one's been Mike's dog for what, like 10 plus years? Like that dog's like harmless. That dog's like a little easy breezy. Like when my buddy Zach brings his little tiny fucking dog here. Who cares, right? It's like stays chill. Shannon and Mike have a puppy. And I'm pretty sure they're well aware of like how like annoying this dog is. in these settings. They have to be. They can't, like it's just really a lot. And I'm okay with it because the reality is like if they're here all day for a party and event and they have a dog, like I don't want them to have to leave early or, like whatever. If you need to bring your dog, fine. But this dog is just a wild dog. Like it's a puppy. So it's just still like all over the place. And it's one of those like
Shannon posted a picture of him, Spot, if you want to see the puppy.
Like
he's been
on her
fixed,
Instagram.
So he's, that usually calms down a dog a lot, but he's still very young.
it's a very young, but
so yeah.
but it's like it's my wife's best friend. And I love them as well. So I guess the option is they don't stay very long or they bring the dog. And my thing is like, all right, well, then bring the dog. It's a cute dog, but it's fucking wild.
So cute.
And it's still a puppy. So like I'm party's done. Everyone's packed up. They got their fucking gingerbread house all tied up. Everyone leaves. And if you ever host a party, you look at your wife, give her a little hug and kiss, like, oh, that was a good one. That was a fun party. We had so happy all these people came. Give Sarah a little kiss. All right, you go to bed. I'll let Piper out. We'll watch an episode of a show before we go to bed. I'll meet you in the bedroom. I'm walking in the hallway. Turn out all the lights. Clock the doors. Walk into the bedroom.
Black eyes?
Oh, baby. No. I'm like, oh. Sarah! Please come here. Please turn on the hallway light. It's because it's dark. It's dark at this moment. She turns on the light. I stepped in a fucking mush turd. Barefoot.
I love that.
A mushy fucking gross dog shit that was in my hallway. I stepped in it. I don't mind cleaning it off the floor, but now I got to go. All right. After a long day and a long party, do you want to go scrub your foot, go in the shower, scrub your foot, like have to soap it down, scrub? Like when you step in shit, it's not like you wipe it off. Like I'm like, I had to like hop into the shower when I was already in like, the mode I speak of, like you're fucking tired. You're like, I just want to brush my teeth and go to bed. I don't even think I'm going to wash my face. I'm just going to brush my teeth and fucking go to bed. I'm exhausted. And as I'm like, after
Are you sure it was the dog and not Black Eye Style?
Couldn't find the bathroom, baby. What do you want me to do?
We gotta go.
Yo, dude, so I did the fucking hop. Sarah, get me wet wipes. I got as much off as I could with wet wipes, threw it in a little bag, threw it outside in the yard. And then I was like, I gotta fucking go now, scrub my foot in the shower. Who wants to get in a shower? You know when you're cozy and it's fucking warm and you just want to get in bed, but now I got fucking shit on my foot. Not even my dog shit. Not my shit. Not my kid's shit.
You got DooDoo Toes.
My friend's dog shit. So I was like, oh. And trust me, I scrubbed my foot for a good 5 minutes. And I was, the whole time I'm like, goddamn dog shit in the hallway. Oh. So there you go. I stepped in dog shit. So I didn't shit my pants, but I stepped in dog shit.
Barefoot.
So there you
barefoot,
go.
Which makes it great. So
yeah,
the Christmas party.
There you go. Boom. Stepped in dog shit.
Gingerbread. Extravaganza.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
And pretty much the next day, like we said, World Cup. Most amazing game ever. It was that great.
Oh.
No need to watch a game ever again. Can't top that one. Incredible.
Any other things in life where I feel like we said this before, like it was so perfect that you don't need it again. Like I agree. Like that soccer game to me fulfilled every soccer need I have the rest of my life.
Awesome, man.
I turned it on right at
2-0, right? It was 2-0.
I turned it on when it was 2-0 and it just turned 2-1. So I got to rewind a minute to see Mbappe's first goal.
He scored 2 goals in
and
2
then
minutes.
he scored another one. I'm like, ooh. And then
2-2.
when Argentina went up and you're like, all right, well now it's over.
3-2.
3-3.
3-3. Oh. And there's a lot of back and forth.
A couple saves in overtime.
Oh yeah, some really good ones too.
The one thing
Emiliano Martinez with the big save that sort of saved the game.
Did you?
Then he clowned himself at the end. We'll talk about that in the Rando news if we have time. But unbelievable back and forth, the competitive fury of Mbappe and just the skillful wonders of Messi on the highest stage, so it's like, wow, man, this guy's really that good.
But I think what you did realize, though, that the most talented guy out there was Mbappe. Like, he's the guy in his prime right now. Messi's still the guy, but Mbappe, If you know
He's only
nothing about
23.
if you know nothing about soccer, you watch that guy and it's like, holy shit, he's like, I love
Think
him.
about how good he must be when you're playing with the best in the world.
And he still looks like,
and he's still that good. Incredible. When you could noticeably see the footwork on these guys, like, wow, this guy's really good.
I feel like I turned it on at the perfect time. So I woke up and I'm like, oh, that's right, the World Cup's on 2-0, but then it just said 2-1. I'm like, I must have just missed a goal. Rewound it, another goal. I was in it, and
beautiful, beautiful show they put on out there, man. What a great tournament. The whole thing was just really nice to see. You know, props to Argentina. France won the last one, so they can't be that sad about it, but I know it's heartbreaking. You still have Mbappe, too, in the next 4 years.
Did you have one of the same takeaways I had, which is there's no other sport where, like, I'm trying to think, like fighting, boxing, nothing really.
Where the world gets involved like this?
Oh, no, I think I saw someone post.
I mean, it is called
I think it was
the
our
World Cup.
I think it was our buddy Sal that said, I wonder what the TV ratings are globally during that overtime, during that the shootout, the kick out. Like,
I mean,
kickoff.
dude, just to paint the picture, and I'm sure everyone has their version of this, but, you know, I'm watching the game. I could hear people screaming throughout the neighborhood, you know, every time a goal scored. I hear
a lot of brown people in our area.
Yeah, like, wow, man, this is crazy. I'll never forget it. That's how great it was. Definitely one of the most memorable sports moments maybe ever, and just fun to see.
It was a game for the ages.
And it comes down to a shootout, a shootout. And I thought that was awesome. And there's some controversy there. And I'm like, really? That's the way you end the World Cup? I'm like, can it get any more intense?
I thought it was awesome.
I think that's awesome as hell.
I thought it was. I love.
But there's a lot of people that don't like that.
I love when Messi did the little fakeroo and then he let it dribble in. Where he's like, oh,
but to have the composure in that moment to pull that off, it's incredible.
I think the lonely feeling of missing one.
Oh man, yeah, it's tough.
You know, I did think, but one of my thoughts was compared to any other sport, right? So these guys struggle to even get in position to score, right? Like, scoring in soccer, not easy. I find it fascinating how if you foul someone in that little area, the penalty kick, like, it isn't like a penalty. Like, all right, a penalty. That would the equivalent of what I'm trying to say is if like a pass interference call in the NFL was a 60-yard penalty. I feel like getting a penalty kick is like the ultimate reward in any sport. Like, you hit by a batter. Oh, you get first base. Oh, penalty, 15 yards, 10 yards. The magnitude of a foul in soccer inside the box there is so, because what is it? Don't you feel like most of the time the guy gets the penalty kick?
I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm sure it's higher than missing it. And now people are comparing because Martinez had an incredible save at the end of the game. And people are saying, was that block better than LeBron's block in the finals? I'm like, yeah, bigger stage, bigger moment. Yeah, it was. I think so. So anyway, what a great game. Hope you enjoyed that. That was the next morning. I sat there and regret from everything we ate at Rich's house the night before. But I'm like, man, I'm so glad I'm up to see this shit, though. That was incredible. That was really incredible.
It was good.
So all the hardcore soccer fans, man, just know that you couldn't have asked for a better game for the casual fan, you know, because I enjoyed the shit out of that. Like, not only was it a good game, but a great game on the biggest stage possible. Like, that was the final. Amazing. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
You know how a lot of times the average idiot's like, I could hit a professional pitcher. I could do this. I could play. I could guard an NBA guy. Like, guys have dumb expectations of reality. They'd get smoked. If you got 50 kicks on a professional goalie, how many do you think you'd get in?
Professional goalie? Usually these guys are bigger than the average soccer player.
Yeah.
Lankier, longer, reflexes like a cat. So
Lanky.
I don't know. Probably none.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
Plus
wonder,
these
like,
guys, you know, are kicking at such a high speed, a high velocity, with so much power behind their kick. Can't come. They probably easily block.
What if you like? I'm saying, like, do you think one time you trick him, like he jumps left, and you're like, aha, got it right? Like,
probably not. Yeah,
because they could redraw. Like, do you think they're doing all the little things?
And we don't kick with the force that a professional would kick with, so it's like a joke to them.
Yeah, I think that, but I'm thinking that when Messi or one of these top tier guys fakes left and goes right. But he's probably
hook on the ball.
No, but yeah, he's putting hook on the ball. But they're probably also tricking with eye movement, because I feel like you would probably orchestrate all your kicks. Like if Spot or I, or if someone were to run up to kick a ball, the goalie at a pro level would probably be like, all right, I'm reading their eyes. They're clearly going left. Like you probably don't realize all that goes into it. Much like
I would say none.
Yeah.
Zilch.
Someone saying maybe 1 or 2 out of 50. Maybe you get lucky.
Out of 50?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 1. Maybe.
They're trying to guess where you're going, so you might fool them one time.
Yeah, but that's from players that kick probably twice as hard as you do.
Yeah.
I don't think they have to use these antics with Brett Maxwell. There's no way you can kick the way they kick.
No, you're right. And think of how many times you would kick it and you'd actually miss the goal. Because you'd kick it too hard and it would sail or something. Like, oh, damn, I didn't even hit in the goal.
Probably a few of those. That happens to the best of them.
That would be a good pros. Remember pros versus Joes back in the day? That would have been a good one. Can you score on a soccer goalie at a 50 chances?
Maybe they've done that. I'm sure they've done that.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
you know what? They probably do. It's like they don't understand your amateur ways. They're used to dealing with pros, and they're like tricks and everything.
It's like
you would
hitting off a
probably
big
just
leaguer.
lob it at the goal, and it would be like,
my God, he kicked it so slow. They fooled the goalie. Oh, that was my strategy.
it was
Maybe.
like, remember how in what was it, Rookie of the Year, when he lost his arm at the very end,
And he threw it so
and
slow, like
he
an
lobbed
pitch?
it like a fucking softball, and the Yankee didn't know what to do.
Could happen.
It would be like that.
It could happen.
So that was amazing.
I mean-
and then, of course, after the football, you had football. Fox, if you were watching on Fox, cut right to the, for me, it was the Dallas game, I
The
think.
joke was that it was the best pregame,
Oh, yeah.
NFL pregame show in history.
So I hope you enjoyed your actual American football.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that the ending of that soccer game and how that wrapped up was the only thing that would distract Americans, maybe even more in that moment than the NFL.
Bill Jackson says, whenever I kick it, I score a goal. It's true. Kick it.
It's true. Covino has 100% goal.
I'm goal-oriented, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
When you shoot your shot, you always make it.
Yeah. See, I agree with Rich. This is from Michael E. Find it crazy that in soccer, you get to pick who kicks the penalty kick. It doesn't have to be the person that got fouled.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it would almost be like if you were losing 28-7 and a ref threw a flag and he's like, all right, 80-yard penalty. First down.
Okay.
A penalty. A game could be 0-0, and they've been playing tough defense the whole time. A guy gets fouled, like tripping a guy, and it just happens to be in that one area. They're like, all right, now you get a free fucking look.
I don't want to sound stupid. But
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Didn't they do something similar in hockey?
They do in our lifetime. They change it to, I believe there is some type of overtime shootout versus where it used to just not do that.
But like, don't you get to choose who does it, or is it like?
I don't know. Are you thinking of
Am I thinking of the Mighty Ducks?
when Conway did it in
I think
Mighty
I
Ducks?
think I'm thinking of Mighty Ducks. Never mind.
I mean, there's similarities.
That's my only. That's my only
But that's how the
exposure to
game is
hockey.
played. I like how it came down to that. You had two great teams.
Don't jump down my throat.
It was a tie. Came down to a shootout. It's fucking great. Oh man, I had a nervous farts just watching that. I was like, oh, my mom couldn't watch. She's like, I can't watch.
Oh, my stomach.
She had to have my dad tell her what happened and watch it back later because it was that nerve wracking. You know, so hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, for the hardcore soccer guy, man, that shit was awesome. So props to you.
Again,
Hope you
I
enjoyed
don't
that.
think it's a strange rule. I just think the stakes are crazy. Like, you could be playing the sickest defense the whole game. Shut everyone down. One guy trips a guy in the wrong spot, which I guess you have to know not to do. He has an open shot against the goalie. That's like, I'm just saying, it's pretty
That's
wild.
why. Yeah, you got to play clean defense in that area. Spot. Give me the mail time because it's that time of year.
It's mail time.
Yeah, so it's Covino and Rich.
Rich,
Hope
do
you had a
have
great
any,
weekend.
Scotch tape.
You heard all about ours. Monday
Somewhere,
the
yeah.
19th. We're 6 days away from the big birthday party, the big celebration. And part of this time of year is gift giving. And when it comes to receiving, I'm like the Cooper Cup of Covino and Rich.
Oh.
Let's go. All right.
The ladies in your life love that.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go. I got a card from
Oh.
kindly delivered to Covino and Rich. Look at the handwriting.
Let me see.
My
Show me.
goodness.
Show me the handwriting.
The Castellanos family has beautiful handwriting. Look at that.
Castellanos.
Is that Rob
What's up, Castellanos family?
or Sal? I'm sorry,
Sal. I would imagine Sal.
Sal. I don't know why
Houston,
Rob
Texas.
came in my
Oh,
brain.
maybe a different Castellanos.
Beautiful little family.
Aw.
Wow. Look at that. Look at all that went into that. That's a nice one.
Rich, give me some tape. I'll hang these on the wall.
Yeah.
Love the
Really nice.
Look at this. This is beautiful. This
Thank
is
you.
beautiful. This is a
Where
beaut.
are you? Oh, there you are.
Oh, this looks
Oh,
like
look at that.
let's see. This is from
So-
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Jim?
I'm about to find out.
I'm gonna guess.
Let's see. Best wishes, Nick Hastings.
Oh,
Nick, look.
I mean,
Oh, Nick,
man.
you shouldn't have.
Nick Hastings PR, really.
Our old publicist.
wow! A
That's
Christmas
amazing.
card from Nick Hastings.
I'm pretty sure it
Look at that.
was from
Best
Jim,
wishes,
though, but
Nick
thank you.
Hastings.
That's really
That's
funny,
great.
dude.
Oh, Nick,
That's so
love that guy.
That was really nice of the guy to think of us. We were
Yeah.
just talking about him.
Nick Hastings,
Our old
I mean,
PR guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, that was a great guy. He used to get me tickets to all these things. Oh, wow, look at this. This is from, the Good family.
Oh, I'm good.
What's up?
Billy
Good
and
family.
Billy and
Evergreen, Colorado.
Billy and Aaron Good and their growing
Wow.
family.
Let's read it. Look
How
at
many
this.
kids they got
Merry
now?
And by
Christmas.
growing, I mean Billy's penis.
Wishing a very happy holiday season to all our family and friends. Another crazy year of the Good household. We moved yet again.
Oh,
Fortunate to sell our home, move back to Colorado where Billy could work.
he definitely
Works from home.
He works that wood.
Wow. Look at
Those
that.
kids.
The Good family. More like the Great family. That's awesome.
Look at
Oh, look at that. Here, Rich, you want to read this?
Good one.
Look at that.
Oh, there's a
There's
note.
a whole
letter.
Look at the handwriting on it. Wonderful.
Where is it?
Look at that.
Yeah, that's great.
Looks
Look
like,
at
a, looks like a letter you get from a girlfriend in high school.
Yeah,
Rich, read it.
Read it.
It's definitely Aaron's handwriting.
You don't know that?
No, it is. It has to be.
you
This
ever
is
seen-
this is like cute girly handwriting
Have
spot.
you ever seen Ian Kennedy's handwriting? It looks the same.
Happy belated
By
to
the
Ian
way, happy
Kennedy.
belated to Ian Kennedy.
And happy birthday to Freifeld.
I felt.
Happy holidays. Since you brought Billy and I up during your Christmas card debate, I figured we better get a card out to you. Sorry, Spot. There's some summer pictures mixed in with fall and snow.
Weak. I want to see your family enjoying Christmas season.
Even though it's usually on delay, we love listening to you all on the daily. We even signed my mom Sue up for a subscription. Whoa! Hey, Sue.
Hey, Sue. I
keep-
guess it's Sue Good.
Sue Good. So good. Sue Good.
Sue Good. Sue Good.
Keep killing it. Y'all doing awesome. And we know even bigger and better contracts are on the horizon. Wishing you and your families a very Merry Christmas from Aaron and Billy Good. P.S. It's okay to throw away cards. I throw most of ours away after getting them. Sorry for all the words. Beautiful note from
Thank you.
No, I'm joking.
Words.
Wow.
Words.
Just kidding. All right. From Pensacola, Florida, we got another one. Oh, look at us. With love, the Brower family. Jerry, Lynn, Liza,
Lynn
Lisa,
Brower.
Marie, and Jack. Tour mom Lynn.
Oh,
That's a
Thinking
fam.
thinking of us. Look at that.
Man, that's a family.
Look at a fam bam doozle.
Yeah.
Look at their daughter plays football. Actual football. Am I seeing that right?
yeah.
Like football?
Yeah.
American football?
American football.
Crazy. And from the Jim Ramsey, the actual
The
Jim
Browers.
Ramsey. Here it is. A nice little, how do you do?
Old Saint. Is that like the Coca-Cola Old Saint Nick on the front of the card there?
Yeah, Rich, you could read it.
Oh.
Thank
there's
you,
a
Jim
whole note.
Ramsey from North Carolina. We appreciate your friendship and your consultation.
Jim Ramsey underlines things like my dad.
Oh.
I love that. Oh. Covino, Rich, and Spot. The magic, underlined. The wonder, underlined. The laughter, underlined.
Man.
And the fun. Hoping your season's a wonderful one. That's what the show is all about. Here's to a great 2023. You can throw this away. I'm okay with that. Jim Ramsey.
No, we're not doing that.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, buddy.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
All right, so we got just 3 more packages.
Okay.
here.
Packages.
Spot. Let's see. Is this for Spot?
No.
No, it says Steve Covino and Rich. But let's see what it is.
My name's not even there. Why would you think it was from
Look
me?
at that.
Because it was the mail address.
Yeah.
Had your name on it.
I'm the person.
Look at this.
Is that jam?
Maraschino cherries, bro.
Oh, old fashions.
Look at that.
Old fashions.
Hold on. What is going on?
Is that a little old fashioned kit? I want it.
Oh, wait. I think it's for me.
Look at that. Yeah. Let's see what the note says.
Oh, did you put it on your Steve
Williams
Covino's?
Sonoma.
Oh,
Thank you.
Those are
Who's
fancy
Will?
cherries.
Thank you, Will.
Who's Will? Who's William Sonoma?
Yo,
Appreciate that. Oh, hey, Covino. Here it is. A quality old-fashioned needs a quality cherry. These are the Shiz Bam Snappy. Merry Christmas, Steve Musso. Oh, look at Steve Musso. Oh, that was very nice of
I
you,
believe
man.
those are Luxardo cherries,
Yo,
right?
Yeah, Luxardo.
Yeah.
Les Crecices Originales.
Those are the types of cherries you have to put.
Those are the sassy ones at the bottom of an old fashioned.
Maraschino cherries.
You got to put
man.
that in the bottom.
You better believe I'll be rocking
No,
these.
you like-
this holiday
Don't you-
season.
Don't they put it at the bottom first?
Put it on. You skewer a toothpick with like 2 or 3, and then you just drop like one of those like fancy
Awesome.
toothpicks.
I'll be rocking
And you
that.
drape it across the top, and then you can dip it in and drink it.
Here, Rich, you can read the
Thanks,
corner.
Steve Musso. I also love old fashions.
Let's see here. Merry Christmas.
Anything I turned Covino on to old fashions,
Oh, please. You think I never heard of an old fashioned?
but I turned you on to them.
Get out of here.
Man,
You
this-
never turned me
I
on.
turned you on to blue cheese too.
Blue cheese, maybe.
Merry Christmas, Covino, Spot, and the Davis children. Mike Durbin, because I made fun of him. Hey, Mike Durbin. What's up, buddy?
No photo
wait,
cards
hold
this
on.
year.
Nope.
Oh,
But
boy.
there is a Beavis action figure. I'm hoping this is for me. I don't know.
Oh.
Could be for Ben. Look at this. Uh-oh. Jurassic Park, I'm imagining for me, too. Get out of here, Ben. This is for Steve.
I think Cornholio is for you.
And maybe this is for Emmy because she was a narwhal, was
That
she
is
not?
true. Oh,
that's for Rich.
I'm a narwhal.
Because he loves riding narwhals.
I love. No, that's for Spot, because his.
Horn first.
And sometimes Dad loves to sit on a narwhal.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's a weird ending.
Oh, Mike Durbin. What a guy. Thank you, buddy.
That's really thoughtful.
Thanks,
Michael.
Mr. Narwhal.
Wait,
Thank
hold
you,
on, what
buddy.
is this? There's an ornament in here. Should we open it?
What is it?
Thanks, pal.
What is it?
I appreciate you guys a lot.
It doesn't have a picture of it on the outside?
No. Spot, this is definitely for you.
Is it a
I'll leave this surprise for you. Ready? Here.
I don't want to break
I don't
it.
want to throw it. It's an ornament. So I got Beavis.
That's awesome. That you got. Don't take that out of the package. That might be a a collector's
Spotty
item
got.
one day.
It's Betty White with cheesecake.
That's very cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Look
Thank you.
at that.
Mike Durband of Mike Durband Productions.
Thank you,
It's
Mike.
so special. I love when people send me thoughtful gifts.
All right. This is.
Very
They
sweet.
put heart into it.
I don't know what. There's a bunch of stuff in here.
So, by the way, according to Becker, quality cherries make a big difference in
They do.
in an old fashioned. So,
They do.
Your boy Steve Musso hooked
Sometimes you spoon. So if you spoon like a little bit of syrup in there,
Yeah.
it
Ooh.
really does mellow
it
out
up. I
the
could
drink.
tell.
Yeah.
You know what?
I make
Sounds
I
good
make
to
a
me.
mean old fashioned.
Heidi, who listens to our show, who's so thoughtful and giving all the time.
No.
Heidi M.
Heidi.
M.
No.
No, got this for our ladies.
Oh,
Starbucks gift cards. Here
Heidi.
you go, Spotty.
So unnecessary, but love you. That was
Yeah.
super
Got it.
sweet.
Wow.
Look at
Thank you
that.
very much, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi.
So thoughtful. So nice of you.
It's a Christmas
Really,
a
so
Christmas week here on Covino and Rich. How about that?
Yeah.
For our ladies, huh?
Appreciate you.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, there's 4. Oh my God.
Hold on. Hold on before I bust it out. Oh, look at this. Oh. Merry Christmas, Covino. Can we get a behind the velvet rope tournament with you 3 guys? That would be fun. Best wishes, Covino, Rich, and Spot. So it's a gift for the family,
Oh.
for the show.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful 2023. Jim Ramsey again.
Why did you
What
read it
a
like?
sweet
Why
gift.
did you read it like?
Because I was just like,
I thought it was from Rich's dad.
No. But thank you,
confused
Jim.
me so much.
Jim Ramsey.
Boom, boom.
Rock'em sock'em.
Rock'em sock'em. No way.
Rock'em sock'em robots.
I have not played that in years.
Very cool.
Man,
That's awesome.
rock'em and sock'em.
That's really cool. Wow.
Wow, muchacho.
These envelopes.
Wow.
Let me get some tape. I'll hang up the cards.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
There you have
Very nice, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm pumped about all
Oh,
that.
you're going back to Jersey on Christmas Day, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because I was going to say, no, Spot and I have decided that we're going to do Mexican Christmas.
Yeah, so am I.
No, but I'm
With actual Mexicans.
with actual Mexicans. No, but I think instead of like turkey or ham or chicken or something, I think we're going to do all Mexican treats on Christmas Day.
Well, my daughter has a hankering for her culture. Think about it.
Yeah.
You know, she is Mexican, Italian, Persian.
Got a lot
Out
of things
here-
going on.
Yeah, but out here, especially, you know, she's in school with nothing but like Mexicans and Persians. So these little Mexican girls are like, "Are you really Mexican?" She's like, "Yeah,
Good too.
my grandma's Mexican," and you know, she loves to try to connect to it. And it makes sense because she's really not that connected to it. So she has a yearning for that connection. So my mom invited her cousins over to teach Melody how to cook empanadas and cook some actual,
that's awesome.
but actual Mexican food. And they're going to cook a little Mexican Christmas with Melody and stuff. So pretty excited about that. So my mom's cousins are coming by to help out with that festivity. Because their mom actually passed down the recipes. My grandma did not.
Your grandmother died with her recipe.
She wanted everyone to miss her.
In fact, I have tomorrow on my agenda. I'm going to make my grandmother's cookies. Like, if you don't pass that, the reminder: ask if your grandparents are not gone, tell them that if they die, the recipes will go with them. Because I feel like your grandmother loves that. She's
yeah. I mean,
she's in heaven somewhere, being like, no one will ever know.
Exactly. So, I'll be having a Mexican Christmas of my own.
You know what Sarah's mom did? She made a cookbook of all the family recipes for both of her daughters. From like, oh, these are your grandmother's recipes, and gave them to them like years ago, just to be like, hey, here's the family recipes.
Very nice.
But I'm saying, like, you should, because if you don't do that, don't they, their recipe, they just die with you.
Well, I love the cards.
Oh.
Thank you. So Rich is going to have a Mexican Christmas with 0 Mexicans.
Yeah. That's a.
But enjoy your holiday week, your week off. The kids are probably home today, as I jokingly said on Fox Sports Radio. And Mom and Dad could hardly wait for school to start again. That line always bothered me as a kid, but now as a dad, I kind of get it. Kind of.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of. I mean, I love my kid, but I kind of get it.
No, I love my kid, but I sort of enjoy, like, after our show, when I have like a half hour downtime in between shows, I like to sort of just lay around mindlessly and like shower or decompress.
Right.
Kids.
Excited about this week. Excited to head back to Jersey. Excited to relax a little bit because we're going to have a few days off next week.
Yeah, just
and we're
so
filling
everyone,
in for Dan Patrick,
yeah,
too.
so everyone knows the schedule. Do you want to go over that real quick, and then we'll get on with the show? Because there have been people that are like, what's the schedule?
For next week?
This week is normal. This week's a normal schedule. Mm-hmm. Next week, which is the day after Christmas, we're gonna be off from all shows, Patreon and Fox on Monday and Tuesday, the 26th and 27th. We'll be back here on Wednesday, the 28th, to do a show. So Monday, Tuesday, the 26th and 27th, we're gonna take those 2 days because most company holidays, whether it's Fox or SXM or anything, those are all company holidays are Friday, Monday, right? Because a lot of people are being padded with the 23rd and 26th. So we're going to take the 26th, 27th.
Well, on that Monday or Tuesday, I'll do it behind the velvet rope from Jersey with my brother.
With your brother?
Like that.
All right, cool.
Figure out something cool. So, I mean, you guys are welcome to do that too.
Yeah.
But I'll do that on Monday or Tuesday. So you really won't miss much. So next week, again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on Fox. We'll be doing our Patreon as well, but off on Monday, Tuesday.
And I really look forward to that, by the way.
Yeah, no.
I feel like we haven't had a mental refresher in quite some time. I feel like I can't tell you the last time. I feel like I had time off, and it wasn't traveling as well. Like when we're done on Thursday, when we're done with Thursday's show, the fact that we don't have to do anything until Wednesday, I don't think I've had a break that long at home in years. Because every time I have a day or so, I'm usually like, all right, let me travel or something, or go to Texas to see your family,
Well, enjoy that. Enjoy your friends and family. Enjoy this week with your kids. Get them hyped up for Christmas. A lot of you with older kids, it's nice to have them back home probably. So enjoy that. I keep seeing Miss Erin and other listeners of ours, like, kids are back home. Their family feels complete. They're back from school or just visiting, or whatever the case is. Enjoy it. And thanks for being part of our family all year. Remember, December for your member. We appreciate you.
December for your member.
December for your member. You know what sucks too? You're talking about breaks. Talking about Super Bowl. We've been saying since we started Fox, we've been on the grind and on the go, right? Double time, double duties. Duties. Rich and I said, hey man, after Super Bowl, we're going to take like a little vacation.
Yeah.
So I was saying to Jordan the other day. Remember, after Super Bowl, we'll probably go away and do something.
Yeah. I was thinking like March would be a good time to.
She was like, yeah, when is it again? I'm like, it's February 12th. And she's like, oh my God. She's like, wait, so you can't go to the wedding with me? So one of her other friends is getting married, destination wedding.
Yeah.
And I've been all excited like to go with her. And we're thinking we're going together. Same day as the Super Bowl.
Who gets married on Super Bowl Sunday?
And I said that to her, but there was a bit of a debate there. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. That's the closest thing we have to an American holiday of our own.
That's insane.
Right? Yeah. Like, I'm like, that's insane.
Like
that
it's the number one day of where the most alcohol, the most pizza.
I'm like, I'm going to be in Arizona with Rich. I'm like, and it's my first year with Fox Sports. It's a big, and there was no backlash or controversy. But I got to do what I got to do. So, but now I can't go to Costa Rica like this. It's a destination at a very awesome place. At a swank.
Who gets married?
Situation. I'm like, I can't
Super
even go.
Bowl weekend.
You know
why?
Super Bowl.
They probably got the best deal.
That's probably it. Yeah,
they had to
because no one's getting married. It was probably the only availability.
I'll give you an example
and
as
I
to
was
why.
Like, oh man, but
flights during the Super Bowl,
so typical.
Flights during the Super Bowl, dirt cheap. I remember one year Spot flew during the Super Bowl because he doesn't really care. I think and I remember looking at flights. It's like, you know what? When I was helping you try to book your flights back to Jersey, if you want to fly for the cheapest, you know when you're going to fly? Christmas Day all afternoon. And you know when you're going to fly back? New Year's Eve, where you're in the air during midnight. There's flights. It's just they're going to be cheap as hell. If you get married, if you get married on Super Bowl Sunday weekend, like how on earth do you expect people to want to go to your wedding?
I was just so shocked because I was thinking about, all right, we can go away after Super Bowl. Wait, when's the wedding again? And I'm like, on the Super Bowl?
Networks decide there's no reason to counter program the Super Bowl. 50 to 100 million people watch.
Then it turned into me saying, nobody gets married. And then Jordan's like, clearly they do. Not everyone cares as much as you do.
No, not about cares as much as you do. Like it's
nothing I can do about it.
The day's going to be, I guarantee things that are hard to do are available on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Like things where it's like, oh, that place never has reservations. They might be closed. There's no way on earth things go down on Super Bowl Sunday. You're right. It's the closest thing we have to like an American.
It is. It's an American tradition.
Tradition of sorts.
It's as close to an American. People debate whether or not
they should have off the next day.
Day off the next day.
It's wild because
it's that big of a deal.
Even if you don't like the game, the parties, the hangs, the food, the halftime show, the commercials.
It's a major celebration, but it's like, oh man, you can't. I'm a broadcaster. I got to be in Arizona with Fox, and we'll probably be doing Covino and Rich for a few days out there around that time. So I was thinking, we'd be on a little getaway there, and then we'll have a getaway after the Super Bowl sometime in March, like you said. But
she's probably marrying a weenus.
I mean,
what guy gets married on Super Bowl Sunday weekend? So probably some guy that's a weenie.
No, someone with a budget, like you said.
Yeah, that's true. But a weenie,
or someone who's
probably,
I'd imagine was like, this is what we're gonna do. And he's like, yeah.
A weenie.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure I'd go to that wedding if it was my daughter's. That's from Becker.
Yeah. So I was just, I'm not getting into the debate. But I'm like, how do they do that?
I
was just bummed. It's more about I was just bummed.
If you need like ammo just in your silly debate with Jordan,
no.
If you do though,
it is what it is.
It's known that Disneyland and Disney World on Super Bowl Sunday is the least busy day of the whole calendar year.
That's the Shazam?
Yeah, that's Disneyland and Disney World are empty. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but it just was like, fuck, man. Can never do nothing.
Yeah, that sucks because you were probably thinking like, oh, that's a cool little adventure.
Yeah, I was just thinking about getaways. And I was like, all right, well, we got one after Super Bowl, but yeah, when's that wedding? On Super Bowl.
I should make a song. He's a weenie on a budget, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
He's a weenie with a model. Yeah. So that brings us to Spot. Can you hit it? And then we'll get into more story time. But, I guess the takeaway here is it always seems like things happen on the same day. This time is ridiculous. And I feel bad about that. It sucks. because you want to be there, but you can't. And now's the time to start thinking about that. The New Year's coming up, right?
Stu,
New Year's coming up. What are your plans? What are your getaways?
Stu Hot Wagner hit us up and said he shot weddings. You know, he did video. He's a video guy. He shot weddings for 10 years and never heard of a Super Bowl weekend wedding. I totally get what they're doing. He said the flight and venue is probably the dirt cheapest.
Yeah, it's a destination.
But if it's
exotic destination wedding,
exotic, that shouldn't matter. On
telling
Super Bowl Sunday.
So I was shocked because I would have never expected that. I'm just glad I recognized it now.
Instead of booked everything.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah.
So, and again, if you didn't know, Covino and Rich and Spy, we're back in it, man. We're back at the Super Bowl. It's our first one since Sirius XM. So, back in the game kicking ass again with Fox Sports. And we're looking in the future, you know, speaking of plans and the new year, looking to take the show on the road again.
On the road again.
So
that'll be fun.
2023. Oui. That's the new slogan. Yeah.
2023.
Oui.
Oh.
Oui.
Oui.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah.
I'm still working on it. But 2023, looking to get on the road again. Bringing the show to you. So look out. Look out. That's all I got to say. Look out. And that brings us to the quick Rando news of the day. Yeah. Monday, December 19th, the December for your member. You member. Not a whole lot. I saw this. Speaking of destinations and traveling and all that, this got me a little scared. I saw this and I was like, 36 people were injured on a flight to Hawaii. Did you see that?
I thought about because of
crazy turbulence.
When they say buckle your safety belt.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're on a plane and they go, everyone buckle your safety belt. Sometimes, I'll be honest, if I'm comfy and lazy in that moment, I don't. And now I'm like, ooh.
At least 36 people were injured. 20 were taken to the emergency room after a Hawaiian Airlines flight from Phoenix to Honolulu hit severe turbulence 30 minutes before landing. So they were like in the clear. Ooh. Honolulu Emergency Medical Services reported 11 patients were in serious condition with severe head injuries, lacerations, bruising, and loss of consciousness. Hawaiian Airlines tweeted medical care was provided to several guests and crew members at the airport for minor injuries, while some were swiftly transported to local hospitals for further care. Wishing all a speedy recovery. So 36 people injured from like that's crazy.
I was talking to a woman at that Hanukah dinner I was at last night, and that came up, and she was saying that she was on a flight once where the flight attendant said, everyone buckle your safety belts and pull them as tight as you can. And she was like, I never heard that. I don't know if I would.
My last few flights, I mentioned this before, I've developed an anxiety. It's a little turbulence when, for years I've traveled and never really cared at all. Now I feel like I feel it more than ever. This bothers me more than it should.
I think it has to do with having kids, but you've had a daughter for 13 years, but it's mortality, it's a lot of things. But one of the dads at Emmy's school, I was like, yeah, you've been traveling for work. I know he does a lot of travel. And he's like, yeah, but I'll be honest with you, lately I'm having like travel anxiety. And Sarah's like, oh my God, me too. And I feel like a lot of people as they get older, like turbulence and shit like that bothers you a little more.
Does. Yeah, honestly, maybe the variable is kids because I don't give a shit. I just sit there and just like,
Yeah, but if you get some bad turbulence, I don't like that. So that's a scary story. I'm glad everybody seems to be okay, but something
you wonder what was going on. Like, was no one buckled in?
Yeah, you know what, Covino? It does make me want to buckle up more.
I always do. Even if you're napping, you put the buckle on. Even if you want to make it looser, like where it's not really just like tight against you. If you want to just be in the belt, because what happens if the window blows out and you get sucked out?
Yeah,
that's what I always think about.
Yeah, see.
So at least if the belt's on, you're not going to get sucked out.
Spot. I'm going to send you. I thought I did. I mean, you could pull it up easily, but I'm going to send this to you. I don't know if you saw this, but Donald Trump. This was last week.
NFTs?
Yeah. This is so great. Major announcement. You got it. You do it. I'll give you the update, but he put out these NFTs and like collector cards.
Have a major announcement coming out. It's going to be the greatest announcement of all announcements.
Do you know they like sold out?
It's coming out.
So just know this. Someone in your family probably paid $99 for you to get this on Christmas Day. Coming soon is going to be a bunch of happy Trump supporters like, oh my God, you shouldn't have. Because these trading cards and NFTs so we're just selling for $99 and like there's no more. Limited edition. Supply and demand.
Hey, listen, it's only $100. Worst that could happen is, but I'm saying, imagine they go up in value.
They're ridiculous.
It's like superhero Donald Trump, right?
Yes.
He looks like a superhero.
Hilarious that anyone would want these to that point, but I get it. It's kind of funny. There's novelty there. There's definite novelty for sure, but like Bill Jackson said, I don't care where you stand with your politics. Hell, I don't care if it's with Trump. This shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
Bill Jackson.
Yeah, whether you love Trump or hate Trump, you gotta. This is amazing, hilarious.
You want to read the major announcement? But this is from last week. But as of now, they're all sold out.
It's me, Donald Trump. I have the greatest announcement. Look at this image. First of all, look at it. It's so American. I'm a superhero.
He's so ripped.
My official Donald Trump digital trading card collection is here. It's the greatest. It's the best of all time. These limited edition cards feature amazing art of my life and career.
What part of his career is a superhero?
Collect all of your favorite Trump digital trading cards. They're going to be the best trading cards you've ever had. Very much like a baseball card. I know you love the baseball cards. The Don Russ, the ones with the wood borders. Those were great, but these are going to be better. But hopefully much more exciting. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and get your cards now.
People want these though.
That's low price of $99.
This is
They're going to be the greatest cards you've ever had in your life.
Perfect gift.
Would make a great Christmas gift.
It's a great novelty gift.
I know my supporters don't celebrate the Hanukah. They don't like the lighting the candles and any of that. They love the Christmas trees because they're my supporters.
I'll tell you what, if you get this now,
they will be gone, I believe you, very quickly.
There's some funny value in it.
As a matter of fact, they've already been sold.
Yeah. Because you know the supply and demand here. So if you do happen to get one, just know that it was a very thoughtful gift that might be worth a little something because people want these.
I mean, but the crazy part about that is that he thinks of himself as a superhero. That's the best part. He's like, yeah, I'm a superhero.
So great. Great. It's hilarious. That's hilarious. I just, something that I've been meaning to update you.
Someone hit us up saying that
sold out.
The day this came out, Fox was speculating like, oh, is Trump going to make like some type of political 2024 campaign announcement? And everyone's like, what's it going to be? VP? Is it going to be the official, like, I'm running regardless? Like, what's this? And the announcement was, I have trading cards.
Yeah, I've had this on my list of things to talk about for a few days now.
Trading cards.
Since last week. So the update is, good luck getting them. Now you can't get them. That's the update. Speaking of valuable items, the kid who caught the Aaron Judge 62 home run.
He blew it, man.
He was offered $3 million immediately for the ball. And
hold on.
After auction.
It's me, Super Don. I'm here to save America. Again. Magaga.
Kofefe Magaga.
But the only way you can save America right now is by buying my NFTs. If you want to support me, buy the NFTs.
Magaga.
That's the only way we can Magaga. Make America great again.
What are people going to do? People are going to lose their shit. You know what we're going to see? You know how you always see videos of kids, and they're excited to get whatever toy they wanted? Like, you're going to see people like, oh, unbelievable. Can't believe I got it. And it's like they're the owners.
Oh, I got a Trump card.
We're going to see the unboxing of the Christmas miracle, which is the Trump card.
To me, the same people that bought the Trump trading card are like the people that my grandparents that would buy like stuff on the home shopping network. Like, oh my God, we got
It's me, Don again. I bet you didn't know I was hiding this suit.
Under my suit.
It's a superhero suit because I'm Super Don.
I think it's
here
so
to save America. Look at my hat.
I agree.
It says USA on it.
But
I'm here to save USA.
But you don't think it's funny though? Like,
Magaga.
You don't think it's great?
Magaga.
It's so funny, dude. It really is. It's just so funny. And then it's funny that like people wanted these to the point where it's like you can't get one now.
I know Superman. I know Clark Kent. He's a very good guy. He's my friend, my best friend. But look at me. I'm Super Don. He told me how to.
I'll be honest. I would take one just for the collector.
Oh hell yeah!
If someone's like, "Yeah, I got you one," I'd be like,
"I hope I get one. I hope I get one for Christmas."
Yeah, $99.
Now speaking of valuable items, like I said, after declining $3 million for Aaron Judge's 62nd home run ball, Corey Youmans. I love this story. I think his name is Corey Youmans, elected to send the ball to auction. Well, that auction happened. and it just ended and sold for $1.5 million.
And he has to take that, right?
And he has to take that. So half of what he would have got if he would have just sold it right then and there. So
Wah, wah.
that's what you get.
Damn it.
Being greedy.
For being greedy.
Yeah.
It's greed's a real thing, man.
Did he
He would have
really
made double
think-
with the initial offer.
Did he really think?
He thought he'd get more, Spot, because things have gone for crazy amounts in these.
Yeah, but
know,
that's when it's the
but-
hottest item going.
In
Yeah.
that,
You know
in
what I
that
mean?
moment,
Like,
yeah.
strike while the iron's hot kind of deal. Like, you let too much time go by, it loses its
But let's also
momentum.
look at the bigger picture. He did get $1.5 million for a baseball he happened to catch and was lucky to be in the right place at the right time. So still, I mean, the greed kicked in, but apparently he's a successful guy already and just got another $1 million.
Well, that's the story from the weekend. And the last story, we already touched on it, but Argentina beats France in one of the most memorable and beautiful World Cups. Like the ceremony afterward and everything, like, wow, they went next level with this. I saw it live when it happened, and I went, huh. But Emiliano Martinez, the goalie, won the Golden Glove trophy. And I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if it's an inside joke, but he takes the Golden Glove trophy and he does an Adam Sandler, puts it on his dick, and he's like, oh, on the biggest stage in
That's
the
great.
world.
That's funny as hell.
Oh, you remember what movie was it? And Adam Sandler, he does, it's Billy Madison, right? Every job he has, he's like,
Oh, yeah.
no, it's a Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore. Yeah.
Oh, every job he has, he's doing something with his member. This guy wins the most prestigious goalie trophy, one of the most memorable World Cups.
Well, probably because he
And he
realizes
takes
it's a
it-
December for your member.
In real, he must have heard that I said
It's true.
It's a December for your member,
I think
and he does this in jest. Maybe it's like maybe he's looking
photo-
up at one of his dead relatives, and he's like,
this photo
it was an inside joke. I don't know, but it still seemed inappropriate, and now the backlash is
is
coming in.
so perfect because look at the guy in the background.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh wait, move my mouth.
What
Look at
is
that.
going on here? But he does the whole, and he puts a stupid face on as he walks across the stage.
You know what?
Like, it's basically like, the
must-
principal's announcing
say-
you and, your big high school moment. You walk
Yeah.
across the stage, you do something stupid. He did this at the World Cup.
That's hilarious. So the hand coming out of where his
That is very
Johnson would be.
impressive.
Like,
Look at
I'm
that.
surprised you
Look at that gold glove.
totally see. Look what Adam Bannister said. Totally classless and disrespectful. It's a very monumental sort of moment.
have some class.
You're in the Middle East, so you don't know what the expectations are here at this moment, too.
Guys, by the way, he's been since caned.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know, right?
I don't know, that how they view. I would imagine they view that as completely inappropriate.
Oh, highly
especially
inappropriate.
like when they're
You can't even
bestowing an honor
You
here.
can't even curse in public in Qatar or whatever,
So,
however you pronounce it. Qatar.
When he did that, I was like, I saw it and I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna get. They went on him. Here's the other funny part: the camera. It would have been one thing if you just saw a photo, right? During the live feed, the camera went right on him at that moment.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even on him, but right in that moment, it's like, you see him do it, and you're like, oh no! And then the announcer was like, well, that was. Like he said something like that
He's
was interesting.
since been murdered.
He's like, that was interesting.
You noticed it more and more though. Have you noticed in the NFL more and more they're getting way close up on the field, and you're on network television. There a lot of like F-bombs are floating around.
Look, I mean, I don't get it. I know he was pumped. Look at that. And I know it meant the world to him. I mean, he was in tears. Understandably, because it was a dream come true. So to be in that moment and do something so juvenile, and he looks up. So I'm like, maybe it's like, me and my father always did this, and I respect his honor.
It was a joke with my papa.
It was like is that would be the only acceptable.
My papa was biggest.
We always have this
biggest
inside
pervert.
joke. I always say, if I win the World Cup, I do. There had to be an explanation for that.
Papa
in
was
that moment.
biggest pervert in Argentina. I love you.
He looks up. I swear to you, it's the only thing. If I could be his PR for a minute, I'd be like, listen, you fucked up, okay? You looked up. It's your only saving grace. You have to say that was an inside joke and like remembrance to your.
Is it a thing that he does? Because look, here's another.
That's what I said. Either way.
Photo.
I kind of thought that too, but still.
It's trademark Golden Glove celebration.
Trademark? Yeah.
I mean,
That's great.
This year's just happened to look like an actual hand, which didn't work in his favor.
It didn't rub people the right way.
It didn't really work out.
Read the headline that I sent you. Like now, again, he's getting the backlash. And you don't want any backlash when it's such a memorable moment. You know, like this was a great day for soccer. I'm not saying this tarnishes it or whatever, but you don't even want this to be the story, you know? Look, Emiliano Martinez makes vulgar gesture with Golden Glove trophy after the World Cup.
Funny.
And that picture of all, look, there's so many great photos of Messi.
But he may want that.
That is just,
If he's a goofball, he may be like, yo, that's my moment. Look at this.
It's the look of disdain.
Yeah, but it's so weird.
From this guy that really makes it really hammers it home.
Clearly, he's a colorful guy, right?
Yeah.
I get it. I do. But like in this moment, there's a time and place.
Yeah, but he may
right?
be like, for him, he might be like, this is the time and
All right,
place.
well, hey, just throwing it out there.
Very funny.
That's now a viral image, probably for the rest of our lives. I think we'll see that every once in a while. You know,
you'll forget about it in a week.
No, we won't forget about it. But I think you'll see that image. Like, I mean, it takes a lot of. That takes nuts, man.
Pulitzer or something
to do something like that.
You know, I thought of you yesterday because I know that
literally,
I know that Steve Covino
literally takes nuts.
He was dancing and shit. He was feeling it.
Yeah,
he was like,
after that. After that one goal save.
Yeah.
In the shootout,
he was like keeping it loose. Yeah. And you know, I think you need a little sense of that because it shows like, yo, we're in this. You know, I liked it.
Oh, we're in it, all right.
Showboating is
it's part of it.
It's part of the game. You know, it's annoying sometimes, but he's one of those guys. It's a story.
Yeah.
Quick shout outs before I forget.
I was gonna say,
I'm not wrapping it up.
I was saying the world of sports. I know you love the Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow combo.
Yeah.
It's one of your favorites. Tom Brady broke a record yesterday, but not a good one. It was the first time in Tom Brady's career at home that they were winning by 17 or more and they lost the game. So overall, Tom had been 159-3 when his team had a 17-point lead at Foxborough or at Tampa, wherever he's the home quarterback. 89-0 when he jumped out to a 17-point lead at any point in the game. And yesterday they were up 17-0, and the Bucs just sort of did not show up. 34 unanswered points by Cincinnati.
And it's his first time, I think, with 8 losses. Double check that.
I believe you're right.
I'm pretty sure I read that.
He's never had a losing season, from what I know.
Doesn't look good for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. And speaking of bad records to break, Matt Ryan is the recipient of 2 of the greatest comebacks of all time. He was on the losing side of both of those in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady and this weekend against the Vikings. The Vikings came back from what? 30-0? What was it?
33-0.
33-0.
I left softball.
I can't believe what I just saw.
I had bet.
Can't believe that the Vikings came back and won that game.
I had bet Minnesota in like a teaser bet. And I was like, all right, let me bet Minnesota, teaser bet. They got to just, Minnesota has to keep it close. I thought they would win. 33-0 at halftime? In my mind, I'm like, I lost that bet. So I was like, I took it out of my brain. I was like, no one's going to come back. I was like, I don't even think they'll come back to make it close. Wild how a team could collapse like that.
Yeah, if you just blinked, all of a sudden the Vikings won. And speaking of just blinking, Dave Portnoy was on social media last night with a major announcement. He was stuck in traffic after the game saying, what the fuck happened with New England? How did that not go into overtime?
I mean, it was the worst.
It was the weakest play
you know what happens?
Ever.
That's what happens. You know how every time people are like, how come guys don't do these silly trick things more? Because when you do the silly trickery things, that happens.
And it's desperate, and there was no need to be desperate in that moment.
I was, our boy Danny G was at the game, and he's a Raiders fan, so I had to be pumped for him. But Spot, did you see the last play of that game?
No.
Look up the last play.
It goes with what Rich was saying with like, wait, how did that happen? Because if you blinked, you thought that game was going into overtime.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, New England loses? And Portnoy was expressing the same exact feeling Rich was expressing about the Vikings game. Like, wait, hold on. What?
How is that even possible?
How did that happen?
But at the end of the game, Spot, the Patriots got the ball, and instead of just like, all right, yeah, we couldn't do the kickoff return. Let's take this game to overtime. It was a tie game, so they tried to do some tricky dicky stuff.
They did the annexation of Puerto Rico.
And all of a sudden, you're like, all right, like one lateral, all right, bad move. But it was the most ill-advised thing I've ever seen in my life.
Is this it? Is this real?
Yeah.
Yeah, spot.
It's like
so on the last play of the game.
The Three Stooges.
Hold on.
No.
What, this is when Mo, Larry, and Curly get the ball at the end of the game.
Is this real?
No, this is not it, Spot.
This isn't it?
No, it's not it.
Defense, he's all the way back.
This is when they're throwing the ball back and forth to each other? I just watched it.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was, yeah.
30, flips it back. Stanford
What is going on here?
That. Jones stiff arms Jones.
Right.
And wins.
Man, that's incredible.
How?
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
With 0 time on the clock. That was it. That was the game.
How does that even happen?
It's ridiculous.
You're like, what the fuck? What? So that happened. Enjoy your sports. A great weekend of football and football. And we'll be talking more about it on Fox Sports Radio later today. And a few shout outs. Billy Vales. What's up, Billy Vales? Bill Vales celebrates his 49th birthday. Happy 49th, Bill Vales. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for all the years of support. Been listening since the Maxim days. Bill Vales.
Oh, Billy.
Some.
By the way, I got to play you the annexation of Puerto Rico because I always reference it and I feel like you've never seen the movie Little Giants.
No, play it.
She doesn't have the ball. Bubble-Ruski.
So they give it, so she doesn't have the ball. They give it to the fat kid because no one assumes he's going to be running with it.
No ball.
So he's running up the field with it. Obviously not fast enough. So they go to tackle him. He fumbles it back to the other nerd. It's just a fumble back the whole way up the field. See?
That's what the Raiders were trying to do.
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
I mean, what the Patriots were trying to do.
Why do they call it that? Is this the name of the play?
It's the name of the play.
Score a touchdown. I gotta score a touchdown. No, you're not.
Oh.
See? And then they score it.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to do.
That's what the Patriots are trying to do.
And they failed.
Rick Moranis. I love seeing him
Such
happy.
a great movie.
I don't
you gotta
know.
watch it. It's
Was
such
this
a great
like a planned out thing where they were trying to get it back to Mac Jones for the Hail Mary? Or was it like total improv, desperation, bad play?
Desperation, bad play. I don't even, to me it was,
No, but think about what I'm saying, right? Like, hey, we're going to go flip it and then get it back to Jones.
Well, yeah, but Jones would have to be behind the original line of scrimmage, which is at that point.
Right?
Yeah, so that's.
So he tries to get the tackle and just the weakest move. And then he gets stiff armed to boot. So Mac Jones.
He like said, lay down.
Yeah.
He said, go back to sleep.
There was a funny meme that said, reindeer and grandma. Grandma got run over by the reindeer.
It's funny.
That's how the game ended. Anyway, shout outs. Bill Vales, happy 49th. Appreciate you again since the Maxim days. Ram Cooper. Cooper Cup. Ram Cooper. Listens to the show. Brian Kane. What's up, Brian Kane? Ian Kennedy. Happy belated birthday, buddy. King of the Carls. Captain Carl.
Happy birthday, like I said, to Freifeld.
And Freifeld, happy birthday. And cousin Keith Sarich. What's up, Keith?
Yo, what's up, cuz?
A few shout outs. Boston Sal, Jeremy Cole, Alex M, and everyone rocking with us today. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. December 19th, a December for your member. And remember that we were live on Friday. Spot told a great story, a phase 3 story for the ages on Friday. So if you missed our live show Friday, because we were live on Friday. This past Friday, we were live because we were off on Thursday, live on Friday. Please check it out on our Patreon. A lot of people were unaware we were live. So,
I
hope you had a nice weekend.
That was a wild one.
It's, it even unraveled even further.
So, if you did listen to Friday's show with Spot and the girl and his wife stuck in the garage and all the inner workings, bro, brazen.
Do you want an update?
Brazen. You know what? I will say this. Spot came to my house for the party, right?
Brazen.
I went outside to chat it up with one of our work buds to get a little fresh air. And I was like, Spot's headlights look like they're on. And I went inside. I'm like, Spot, your headlights are on. You don't need another dead car battery in a couple days. Like, you already had one dead car battery issue in your life this week. I'm like, you might want to go check out while your headlights are on. I tried to turn them off, but what happened? Your blinker was.
My blinker was engaged, and I've never
seen that before. My Spot's
yeah.
blinker was on.
Which
and his car
turned-
was off, and I was like, "Your lights are on,
So
but
the
your
light stays
it
on?
stayed on."
Yeah, that's weird.
And it was weird. And
Maybe that's just it's an older car, so maybe that's just like an older warning
wait,
system.
I was like, "Spot, you don't need a dead battery when you just
Stupid
had
Germans.
a dead battery." Ugh. So you want to give us the 10-second update, and maybe you do a behind the velvet rope?
Sure.
What happened in the aftermath?
So it took Kristen like 48 hours to just kind of like calm her emotions. It was a rough like 2 days.
She a big Eddie Murphy fan or something?
Big Eddie Murphy fan. So I made the mistake. So the squirter asked me like, "Oh, how was your wife's response to what went on?" And I made the mistake of telling her what happened, and it like totally threw her off, and almost like.
So you're not going to see her again?
I don't know. I haven't done damage control.
Why would
yet.
you tell the new girl?
That's you know what? Sometimes I realize I'm an open book and I tell everything. I'm very transparent. Sometimes too transparent to the point where.
So you told this random girl that you might not know this, but the whole time
about it on the show.
No, but I'm saying like you told this girl,
Yes.
hey, you might not know this, but the whole time we were getting it on, my wife was sleeping in our car in our parking garage,
Yeah, I mentioned that.
and she didn't know that until you told her.
I didn't say like sleeping in the car, but like it was like it unfolded in a very negative way.
Oh no.
But I'm doing damage control on that. I think it's fine.
What was her issue with it though?
She saw Kristen's reaction as like drama, and she's like, "Oh, I don't want to be," because she's never done.
No, she didn't want drama, and
apparently they've never done this situation with a married person before. So like this is just like something they didn't want to invite in, but I need to explain it a little bit further.
Yeah.
That I'm doing later. So I'll let you know how that goes. Had a morning sex appointment on Saturday with someone else, and
How'd that go?
It went really well. Yeah, woman. Yeah.
How do you make a morning sex?
So
appointment?
I was so
That's what Mike was saying. Our pal Mike was like brazen. He's like, who's like, yeah, you want to go to IHOP and then fuck? Like, what? Who has a breakfast?
Yeah, but
sex
hold on.
appointment?
Is this someone you were meeting for the first time?
Yeah. So we had gone on a date last Friday,
Oh, okay.
and then
And you had hooked up then?
we made out in the car. And then we were gonna make a date for the following Friday, and she couldn't host, and I couldn't host. She was like, "Oh, I have hotel points if you want to get a hotel." And I'm like, "Well, Chris, I have Saturday if you want to come over." Because
Are there that many people that are like
Yes.
some girls like so horned up that she's like, hey,
is a
stranger
thing.
dude,
yes,
let me fuck you. I'll get a hotel.
Well, once you have that initial meeting and you kind of get out, you see your chemistry. That's the whole point.
All right, so
So we had chemistry our first date, but I said, "Oh, let's just get together Saturday afternoon. My wife's at work; she can come over." And then I realized I had my yoga party in the afternoon, so I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I have something in the afternoon. I'm free in the morning, or if you want to like get together on Friday night and like figure something out." She's like, "Oh, I'm up early on Saturdays. If you want to just do something Saturday morning, I'm cool with that. Could be hot." So we got together at 9:00 on Saturday morning. Just had a little
9 a.m. Like, how does that even work? Like, hey, good morning. You want to get some
over.
coffee? Oh, you want to
Who was more impressive, Mbappe or Spot?
Let me tell you.
Saturday morning?
No,
Well,
this
no,
is
Spot was Sunday morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sunday morning.
And let me tell you,
Who's more impressive on Saturday?
this was
Kirk Cousins or Spot?
Kirk Cousins or Spotty?
This
Boy?
was a night and day scenario. This girl shows up. She brought me croissants. She brought Kristen a thing, Bottega Louis, that really fancy bakery. She brought Kristen macaroons from that place and like, "Oh, here, give these to your wife." She was so gracious and kind and wanted to be like, because she's also
So she
married and
she
partnered.
left a gift for your wife because she fucked her husband.
a thoughtful
night and day.
Very hot. Yeah, it's very
very-
very kind.
very supportive community.
Let me tell you.
Hotel room?
No, this is at our place.
His place. Remember they changed it to?
Oh,
What was so? Whew.
It was nice.
Let me see a picture of it, and then we'll.
Yeah. Okay.
you didn't get to the update though.
Why?
You said it took Kristen 48 hours to.
Oh, she was just
Hated
just
your- hated
very
your fur.
emotional and very incited, and we talked about a lot of things and realized that there was a lot of things that went wrong in a very small amount of time. I took responsibility for everything, my actions, and we assigned whatever. So we all took responsibilities for our actions, and we're great.
All right, I have a question for you, Spot.
So you've slept with 3 people in like a 48-hour period?
Yeah.
It's December 19th, right?
December for his member.
Hold on, it's December for your member.
I slept.
Who scored more with different people in December? You or Mbappe, who had 8 goals in the World Cup?
Oh, it's a very slow December. That's not fair. So, wait, do you count the amount of times?
No.
Or is it by people? Number of people. So that was 1, 2, 3. Well, does Kristen count?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jeez.
Do makeouts count? 5.
So
I'd
it's
say so.
5 for this for the sake of this game.
Mbappe still.
Sorry.
Mbappe wins.
It was a slow month.
Jeez. Hey, you know what, Spot?
I was sick. I was sick at the beginning of the month after Thanksgiving. So
I heard you say something to one of our friends. And I'm wondering if that's why you're not wanting to show me the picture right away. I think I heard you say to someone, well, when you know it's not your life person, you're a little less picky.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, that's an interesting guy. I agree with that theory.
If you want a vision, and this is throwing me off a little bit. She reminds me of Tata.
So what, the random Saturday morning girl?
Saturday morning is like very Tata-ish. And she's French, so she has an accent, which is really hot.
I feel like a French accent would annoy me.
Gingerbread, because Rich hates that.
She did.
Rich hates berets.
Wow. Well, hey, you know what? Let me see a picture later on.
Sure.
I always like to say, I'm always curious to see who's like in this scene. It's less about who Spot's with. I'm like, who's in the I'm like 30, 40 years old and want to meet a random dude on a Saturday morning to just fuck. See, like who?
Spot, based on your new world revelations,
People
right?
don't like this. Let's not talk about it too
No. We're not getting vulgar and detail or anything. You could do it behind the velvet rope, Spot.
Yeah, people.
But let's say 1 out of 10 people. Like, what's your since you've opened up this new world? Like, we always use the example. Like, if your wife is pregnant, it feels like everyone's pregnant. Like, look at all these pregnant people.
Yeah, you get a new car. You get a new car. You're like, wow, more people have this car than I thought.
All right, now again, you're surrounded by it. You're noticing it. You're looking at people saying, I could tell they got that look in their eye. 1 out of 10 people. I mean, how many out of 10 people are open to this lifestyle or are dabbling in it? You think?
Maybe couples. Let's see.
I don't know about percentages.
Maybe like 2 out of 10.
Really?
I think
that's still pretty high.
I think more so, Spot. I'm curious as to what is your observation? Not numbers. Like, what is your observation? Like, wow, I'm surprised so many people like to do this, or oh, wow, I'm surprised so many people hate this, or wow, everyone I talk to says blank is a turnoff. Like, what is your big observation? You've done more dating in the last 6 months than you did your whole life. As Adam pointed out on our feedback, Spot had more partners in the month of December than he did for the first 30 years in forget college,
Honestly.
Adam. Your whole life.
Yeah, it's probably honestly probably.
So it's like imagine.
By the way, you know what you can take off the table for the rest of our show? Your resentment and disdain for our behavior in our 20s.
Oh no, you were still very rude
Fuck
towards
no.
me. No,
we were young men in our 20s doing what young men do.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
you're a married guy in your 40s
with a little bit of heart.
No.
And a little
take that off the table.
Yep. Take that off the table.
There was so much disregard.
Take it off the
for
table.
my feelings.
No one fucking told you to sit around with your fucking thumb up your ass.
I tried.
That was your choice.
Yeah, that was
You were stealing girls out from under me, left and right.
No.
You can't steal someone that doesn't want to be stolen.
We were on the prowl. We were on the prowl then that you're on now.
You were getting blowjobs for no reason.
Yeah, and you do that now.
And you do that now as a married 40-something-year-old.
It's not like I'm going to your girls and getting them. You took them from the people that I was interested in.
That's the biggest fucking pile of horseshit I ever heard.
Oh, really?
Know it.
No one took a girl from you. If you never hooked up with her and she had no interest in you and she happened to jump on Covino, that's not your girl.
Yeah, that's
girl I liked.
If we're at a Maxim party or some event and some girl was wanting to make out
our behavior in our 20s.
Don't try and spin it.
Rich, he always tries to position us that we were like some pieces of shit, wild banshees who were reckless, doing whatever we wanted. Yeah, we were young men who weren't married in crazy situations, right? Working for Maxim. So that's off the table. Because we were doing that when we were at our horniest.
Yeah, this guy now taking horny goat weed.
On the horny goat weed.
He's on the horny goat weed boat.
So that is off the fucking table.
Know what I realized? I never realized how much of that is sold.
Horny goat weed.
You guys mentioned it the other day. I went into the gas station for the first time in a long time, because you usually pay at the pump. You don't go into the gas station, right?
Unless the fucking machine says I need to see the cashier.
I wanted to pay with cash because I wanted someone paid me in cash. So I wanted to get rid of my cash, and cash is cheaper at a gas station. I went inside, and as I'm waiting to tell the guy $60 on whatever pump, I looked and there's 20 different types of dick pills right at the register.
Yeah.
I forgot how That's a scene, but more than when I tell you,
Two
more
places
than
you don't
more
take your
than
kids.
ever.
You don't take your kids to the gas station unless you want them to be exposed to all the dick pills, and you don't take your kid to Spencer's Gifts unless you want them to be exposed to all the butt plugs and dildos they have available.
Spencer's Gifts in the gas station. The
Yeah.
gas station, no
They're
joke.
like
When I
porn
tell you,
shops now.
Spot the Shell right up the block here.
They're porn shops.
The Shell has no joke. I might have been exaggerating. Probably 10 different types of dick pills. Right there, it's like, yeah, can I get 60 on regular? And let me take a look at the scratch offs and the right next to the scratchers. 10 different types of dick pills. Like every single one. And it's usually like some
I have
dude.
prescription dick pills, so I'm good.
Man.
So there it is.
I told you.
And again, if you missed Friday's show, I can't say it enough.
Yeah,
Check
listen
our
to
live show.
What was it? Rex MD?
Rex MD.
You know my dad, my dad thought that story was epic to the point where he played it for his wife on Friday night when they were having drinks. He's like, "Oh, Rich, can you send the link to my iPad for the tier 2 on Friday?" He's like, "Nellie's got to hear this." And I'm like, "Oh, the Spot thing." He goes, "What? The wife's in the garage?" And he's, "My God!" Like my dad thought that story was wild. He's like,
and Nelly said it's getting hot in
It
here.
was a series of unfortunate events.
it was wild. So hey, if you want to hear more about Spot's shenanigans, Friday show, and for the people that are turned off by it, because there are people, we figure like a once a month Spot update, because there are a lot of people that are like,
You guys talk about your lives all the time.
what's up?
You guys talk about your lives all the time.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people. You don't see the feedback we get, and it's a lot of people saying like, yeah, guys, like this doesn't match up with like my life and where I'm at and my lifestyle and this and that. So like I may be out. So we get a ton of that a day. So I just want to let people know it's very interesting.
So pious.
It's where we're at. We talk about our personal lives, but don't worry, not every day is going to be a gangbang story.
Speak for yourself.
Insane in the membrane. So,
Everyone's so righteous all of a sudden.
yo, Mark, yes, next time you go to a gas station, I promise you don't look for it. But I just happen to be waiting behind someone, so I was just looking around. You're like, oh my God, they have like, there are 10 different types of dick pills at a gas station.
I don't think it's about being righteous.
Well, these are the same
It's- I
people that
think it's
probably
about
wanking into
people-
porn when their wives are at work.
Yeah, but it's about people conducting their marriages in different ways, which I understand
telling
is
you a
not for
story.
everybody. And I think maybe it's just like some people are like, we lived that in our 20s, so maybe they're so past it.
I don't know.
But I do think there's a good mix of that, Spot. I think that, one thing our show does need sometimes is
a little
crazy
a little
stories
jolt of crazy
escapades.
stories. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we stopped doing that a long time ago. So, there is a market for it for sure. So just we'll find the right balance. So no need to worry there. I'm not worried about it.
I'll give you an anonymous,
It's like if I have
an anonymous message.
Hold on. But if I have a story, I share it. It's not like I'm making shit up or looking for.
No,
It's like if something happens, it happens.
Listen,
Just like if something happens in either of your lives, it happens and you share it.
If every day we said, "Hey Spot, give us like a fucktail update," that would be a bit much. But when Spot has major revelations, that's like a character on our show.
Right. This was a
through
new phase.
This isn't like
announcement.
a random story. It's like our best bud at 40-something years old decided to go through a wildly bizarre, crazy sexual life change with his wife. If you don't think those stories are worth exploring for even a little bit, then I don't know what to tell you. Should we have kept that secret? That's wild. But I'll give you an example. I'm reading feedback. Let me go to my DMs. I'm turned off by it. I'll be honest. It's too much hearing about all this. Love you guys, though. Like, there are people that we get multiple of those a day. I'm not saying
multiple.
Yes.
I want to count.
I'm not going to show you because they don't want probably you to see it, but I will.
I want to see it. Send them.
Would
to
you
me.
agree?
Screenshot and send them to me. I want to see them.
I'm not going to sell people out that like
Don't
you.
sell them out. I want to see them. Who is it? Rocket Dog? Carrie? Who is it?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. All of them. Everyone you know.
But I could see it though. Again, they're living different lives, right? So it's just not going to be for everybody.
Yeah.
That's all. But for every person that feels that way, there's 3 people that are at least interested to hear, well, what's this all about? So, yeah, and it's just a balance.
I mean, I think it's wildly interesting that because I'm still amazed by all the little ins and outs. But again, not an everyday thing. But like, if you didn't think the story,
but you're talking about you're coming in and talking about reality shows with ass cheeks and people fucking on an island. Here's someone actually that you know that's doing it, and you don't want to hear about it.
I didn't say I didn't want to hear it.
Just
I'm
saying.
telling you, people are saying that it's put offish to some people.
Just
Other
saying.
people love it.
You're all hypocrites.
I get Damio saying, "Yeah, nerd alert." I agree. To me, I feel like these stories are.
You don't have to
and
support
I
it.
lean into them because I find them to be like, whoa. Tell me what's next.
Do people think that I like by saying this, it's gonna like make them do it? Because that's not what I'm doing here. I'm not like crusading for everyone to like go out and do this. I'm just telling the stories of my experiences.
Trust me, I'm just telling you what I see. The end. Any other news alerts today, Covino? Anything else?
No, I give you
blowing up your skirt.
All the news alerts. Of course, we're excited for some more football. Excited for this week because then the holidays kick in. But that's really it. Yeah, as far as news alerts, no.
It's National Hard Candy Day, so shout out to all the old people that have ribbon candy or little peppermints in their car.
Hard candy.
I love hard candies.
How do you eat? How do you
Spot's screen name?
Hard candy.
Hard candy.
On his dating site.
How do you eat
hard candy?
How do you eat ribbon candy? Like I know you like but it's so big and bulk. Like how do you just like put it in your mouth?
Yo, Matt Ellis said last week, an original 18-year listener of our show quit over Spot.
I would love to know who that is.
I've heard a few of it.
Who is it, Matt?
I would love to know who this person is.
You got to realize it's understandable. It's like it feels off brand.
So a person who was brought to the show by you talking about ass cheeks, all of a sudden is like,
yeah, when
ass
they were
cheeks,
also
oh.
20, right? So that makes sense.
Well, you know what? If you've lost that zest for life, I feel sorry for your wife.
It's not the zest for life. Some people like don't let the prudes ruin story time. I'm torn. Like Matt said, I'm torn. I'll be honest. What are you torn about, Matt? I'm just curious. This is a really interesting investigation. What are you torn about?
Please.
As hosts, we'll just say it's just about finding the right balance. That's all.
Everyone's a hypocrite. Everyone.
No, I don't think so. I think they were fine with these stories. It's like Felice Nabi John, right? It hits different now. Yeah. Or Little Hummer Boy. It hits different now. That shit was funny, or inappropriate, or it seemed okay then because we were in a different time, a different place, and we were all young and stupid. Now, we're on Fox Sports. We're doing different things. Our career and our lives are in a different trajectory. It doesn't line up with everybody. There's still a lot of people, including us, that do want to hear the stories, but other people that are like, yeah, it's kind of not where I'm at anymore, and I'm married, and I don't feel like this is right. I get that. I do get that. But it's not. I mean, I would say for every one person, there's probably 10 that feel the opposite.
I don't have to talk about it here anymore. I'll start my own podcast about my sex life.
I think you're busy enough.
I think you're busy enough.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's like
there's something called Behind the Velvet Rope that you could totally get into as much detail on anything you want. I see. I highly recommend it. I think that'd be great.
Do my own thing. Like have kids, they said.
Yeah. I think your schedule's a little full.
No, so your schedules are full. Rich, you do other things.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Oh, so I'm expected to do more.
No.
Figure out other. I have time. Figure it out.
What are you going to give up?
I don't get this.
Yeah.
We get it. That's from Stony, homie.
Let's. I'm curious. I want to hear Matt's.
Oh,
I want to.
Stony homie says,
I want to hear.
I'm over the stories. We get it.
Let's see. Maybe reframe it so there's a moral to the story. Modern dating, using apps.
Oh yeah.
But no, I'm telling you, it's a definite subject. It gets people torn.
I'll bring the excitement elsewhere. For all the horniness.
No one wants to lose subscribers or friends we've had for 18 years.
Exactly. So I'll bring it elsewhere.
No,
how about behind the velvet rope?
No, because even behind the velvet rope, people will get turned off by it because
they don't have to watch
it.
That's their choice to watch.
It makes perfect sense. It's what they subscribe
someone will find
for.
a way. Oh, Spot's telling stories about his.
No, but you have to think about it. We can't lose. Like if me talking about my kid was gonna fucking lose subscribers, then I'm gonna make that adjustment and find another place to do it behind the velvet rope or whatever. And then you have to realize, well, is me talking about my kid gaining any subscribers? It's still a numbers game.
Yeah.
So
but
I just have to balance it out.
I think it is interesting though that I did not expect feedback on any of it, to be honest. That would be like like super positive or negative. But hey, it seems to be that way.
Like Lisa asked, like, how could I not understand that people would be offended? Offended is such a strong word. Offended. It's like
offended.
Can you give me the one cam for Rich?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
thanks.
Hey everybody.
Where are you going? Oh, you got a phone call. I thought he was just leaving for no reason.
Hey, if it is your birthday today, well, Covino takes that private phone call. Hey, wait, Samantha.
Oh yeah,
is that a hickey? Samantha Alyssa Milano.
Is she 50 today?
She is 50 today. So
the big 5-0.
A lot of people when they were kids, their crush was Samantha. Alyssa Milano turns 50 today in a feel old yet moment. Jake Gyllenhaal, 42. I thought he was older, to be honest. Jake Gyllenhaal's 42. I thought he was way older than that.
Wait, Jake Gyllenhaal's younger than me?
Yeah, I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was like 48.
I think too.
Yeah, but Alyssa Milano's 50, and there you go. Happy birthday to them, and to you. If your birthday is 6 days before Christmas, you probably got fucked out of presents as a kid. So my apologies.
Wow.
Alyssa Milano, 50.
My mother-in-law's birthday is the day after Christmas, and she makes it a point. Like, she actually, speaking of getting offended, will get offended if you don't give her a separate Christmas and birthday gift. So I feel like people that have birthdays around this time of year are very sensitive to that.
Who's more offended, your dad when he doesn't get a Christmas card, or people when Spot talks about his new marriage lifestyle?
You know what I'm curious about?
My dad still, I think.
What I'm curious about, and I'd love to hear about this OG person that left after 18 years. Is it the sex part, the being open part, or is it the bisexual activity that bothers people? I'd be curious. Or is it a combination of, or is it just everything?
I can't answer for someone else.
I'd be curious. No, I'm curious. I'm actually curious.
Well, there's hey, be honest. If you unsubscribe, just be honest in the reasons why you're unsubscribing.
Yeah.
Sorry for a second. Melody's super duper sick. My daughter's super duper sick.
That sucks.
So I got to take her to
urgent care when you get home.
Urgent care
that
later
sucks.
on. Yeah, she's been sick for like 3 days.
Everyone's
she did have
something.
I did have a bit of a scare though. She had a sleepover the other night. Before that though, she was with her friends, and she wasn't answering her phone. I gotta tell you, man, it was fucking really getting to me.
I remember that.
Like really, really getting to me.
Wow, yeah.
She wasn't answering her phone. I'm like, fucking A, man, what the fuck? And I started getting real nervous about it. And she was at her friend's house.
That's a shitty feeling when you're a parent, I imagine. Especially when your kids got
like, and my ex, Layla, she approved this hangout, right? I'm like, hey, can you hit up the mom? I don't have this particular mom's information. She's not getting. Then the mom wasn't answering. So Layla's like, I can't get in touch with him. Dude, like an hour had gone by. I left the fucking gym, all nervous, driving all the way to the house. And sure enough, like, Dad, what's up? I'm so sorry. We're outside playing with the dogs. But I'm like, don't you fucking ever do that shit to me again, bro. Because there's no worse feeling in the world.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's
then,
no, I mean, you know what? I mean,
after I was very stern with her in that moment, hey now. I was like, okay, yeah, you could sleep there, whatever. I don't give a shit. But man, she fucking had me going.
It's like,
and she wasn't doing anything.
I mean, before you worry about your kids, it's the equivalent of like, remember when you were younger and like if your girl would go out and she didn't answer her phone like late, you'd be like, oh, I hope she's safe, and you freak out.
You just get worried. I
Your
wasn't
mind starts
thinking
wandering.
that she was doing something bad. When the mom wasn't answering too, I'm like, oh man.
No,
Just getting really worried.
It definitely gets you worried.
Because your kid is glued to the phone. So when they don't hit you back in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're calling and calling 40 minutes. I fucking had to leave. I wasn't even into my whole gym session. I'm like, fuck, I got to go. I'm all nervous about it. That happened. And then she came back and she was like sick as could be. So
I remember doing that to my mom once.
Yeah.
Like,
sucks.
Yeah, because you think, because in your mind, I remember my mindset. I'm like, I'm not doing anything bad.
And they know where I'm at.
Yeah, they know where I am.
I knew she was at her friends.
Like,
Yeah.
And I just remember, because you get wrapped up in like hanging out with your friends, and like you don't realize the time, like you don't even think twice about it because you're in one location. It's not like you're off, in some So I don't know.
But she was supposed to let me know when to pick her up. So I'm sitting around like, okay, what's up? And then when I'm trying to get in touch with them, I'm not being responded to. And it always seems like when you're trying to get a hold of somebody, you try to hit up other people and they're not answering either. And you're looking at your phone, you're like, what the fuck? No one's responding to me. I was losing it.
The other day, it's a weird feeling. I wonder when the last time you did it, whether it was intentional or not. I went to Costco without my phone. When my phone had a low battery and I started charging it and I pulled out of the driveway. And as I was like going down the street, I'm like, oh, my phone. Like, you know what? I'll go without it. And you don't realize how often, even in like one dead moment, like you could be at a red light, waiting in a parking garage, in line at a store. Like you just, by nerves, go to your phone to look at it. And you're like, without a phone for probably an hour of my life, I was like, what a weird naked feeling. You don't realize how often, even if it's to look at the time or something, you are always fiddling with your phone. Then you get home and you're like, oh my God, who hit me up? And if it's like no one, you're like, oh, no one loves me. But yeah, that probably had to be a scary moment for you.
For sure.
Can't get a hold of your kid.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we say farewell on a Rando Monday, a week before Christmas?
Oh, look at the time. Time flies.
I know.
Time flies.
Time flies.
Was that one of your favorite shows?
Yeah.
In the early 2000s?
Time flies. No,
Time
it was
flies.
late 2000s.
Gonna watch The White Lotus, I think, this week.
I think I got one more episode left of season 2.
Everyone loves it. I gotta watch.
Here's my amazement with it. The music is really weird. The music is so fucking odd. That's good. That's actually like your second after your Jennifer Coolidge impression. It's Jennifer Coolidge Trump. That's a good one.
By the way, there was an SNL bit.
Yeah.
This weekend. Did you send it to me? Someone sent it to me where it was like,
oh, Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. I can't play it because it's SNL and NBC will flag it. But it's like
Christmas with Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge, and it's her thoughts on all these different things for Christmas.
Wow, figgy pudding.
Christmas lights. Wow.
Here's my amazement with the White Lotus.
Secret Santa.
There's something.
Look at the Christmas tree.
Something that pulls me into the show, right? And the music and everything about it is part of it. It's like I'm really looking forward to like watching the rest of it tonight. Yeah. I'm watching that. I can't obviously like there's weird things going on in the show. Melody was watching The Outer Banks or something. She's also watching The Walking Dead.
It's like a sexy teen show on
yeah, I was like, what's that about?
On Netflix.
Yeah, it's just a teen show. I'm like, are you sure? All right. Anyway.
She watched Wednesday?
No, she hasn't watched that yet. And I keep telling her to watch that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm watching The White Lotus, and I can't help but notice and think this. As much as I'm pulled in by the show, there's something intriguing about it. As much as I do enjoy it, it's like not that great that the world's like freaking out about it. Like it's not that good.
You know what I think it is. I think it's.
Like people
I think
like
there's not much out right now.
Maybe this.
I think it's a result of like.
I'm so amazed.
Like,
Rich.
all right, there's weeks of the year where
like
there's
The
a number.
Walking Dead was fucking great in its prime, right? Like I got it.
Yeah.
This is like not that good, and people are treating it like it's the greatest thing going.
I'll give you the analogy. Sometimes there's a number one movie in the box office, and they could forever say, yeah, we were a number one movie. It's like, yeah, because nothing else was out. And that, like, the number one movie of the week might be like a weak movie. And then there's other times where all these big movies come out at once. I think the competition, I really think right now,
maybe that's
when
it.
you go on social media, when you go on Netflix, Hulu, unless you're watching a Christmas movie, right now, I'm telling you, there's a reason I'm watching Too Hot to Handle. There's really not much out.
That's the soundtrack spot. That's really that's the soundtrack. That's so funny.
Yeah.
You know, Rich, intense like moments. It's like the White Lotus music kicks in. You're like, and I think that's got me hypnotized.
When you say the White Lotus, I think it's like a bug or something, like a locust.
Resort.
I know, but I keep thinking like the White Lotus is like a bug.
It's not that good. It's good. Because I like it, but it's not that good.
I think the first season was like people got so sucked in. And then I think the second season, people were like, "Oh, what's going to happen?" And I think it sucked them in. It might not be the greatest show, but I think it's enough for people to be sucked into.
It's good.
Your sister's right. Succession is probably better. I watched season 1 of that. It was great.
She keeps telling me I got to watch
it's
that.
So good.
Thanks, Dawn. I'll check that out. Covino just dropped the worst take of 2022. It is just entertaining and fun. It's an easy watch and funny and
mystery and sex. I'll give it a shot.
That's a bold
It's not
statement.
as good as people are making it out to be. I enjoy it. But I every time feel like I still can't believe that this is what everyone's raving about, though. Maybe there's not much going on right now.
Well,
But I do like it. I do like it. So anyway, I'm going to finish that probably tonight, and then we'll come back. Again, this is a regular week heading into the holidays. So we'll be here all week.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
be
you
here all
guys
week
for
and,
hanging with us. Hope you had a nice weekend.
This the movie, the music, it's creepy.
I'll tell you what, I
Wait till
enjoy
it
it way
kicks
more
in.
than Jordan does.
Wait till it kicks in. You're like, oh, White Lotus. Oh, this is pretty cool.
And then my mom will hit me up later and be like, Steven, I hear you talking about the White Lotus. Is that something I should check out? And it's like, no, Mom, not at all.
My dad loves it though.
Oh, this
Yes, my
pretty
dad
cool.
is also a
Classic.
pervert.
My dad and Nelly love it. It's like the other night they were like, oh.
I just saw a guy getting butt slammed on the show last night. I don't think my mom would watch that.
So she only watches conservative things? Like, yeah, I guess
My
so.
mom doesn't watch dudes butt ramming each other in TV shows.
Yeah, but if it's like an HBO or Netflix
Nope,
show, like
none of it.
nothing.
Nope.
All right.
Don't act dumb. You know that.
I know. That's true.
True Blood. Remember True Blood? True Blood was 10 years ago when there was butt ramming.
You know
I
what?
think my mom watched fucking True Blood?
The more I hear this, Spot does a good impression.
Yeah, that's good. Well, hey, it's good. It is. I'm like I said, it's something that's pulling me in. Like, I can't wait to watch tonight.
No, you know what? If there was any takeaway of today's show,
I do a great impression of the
if
White
there was
Lotus
any
season
takeaway,
2.
it's that. To be honest, that's your.
And the season 2 theme is different than the season 1 theme. So people are like, "Oh, White Lotus, oh, this is great," and then it kicks into that like.
Thanks for all your gifts and all the presents that we got today. The
so-
Dirt Bands, the Ramses, the Heidi's.
Let's enjoy the rest
All the
of
cards
our.
we got. Thank you.
Let your member enjoy the rest of December, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the promised land.
Goodbye.